Hey, kinda starts here. This your girl Quill, the one that keeps it real with that trill to give you a thrill. That is beauty feel with looks that can kill. Hey, welcome back to God's Kingdom of Tarot Show. Tarot Show. You better act like you know. One of my play nieces took over my thought after I pushed record. Okay, someone's name could start with an S and with an A. But yeah, so yeah, they better accept it now because it only gets hard. Okay, it will be so hard. They wanna be like us. They wanna bust their guns. Well, it's hard. Ooh, you. But nah, they better accept it now. Whatever that is, okay? You guys made deals, okay? Small deals, tall deals, big deals, small deals, okay? I sit it this morning. What up, King David? Okay. Well, sometimes when I think about rapping in the biblical terms, I think about King David because he was spitting in the Psalms. He was spitting now, okay? He was the greatest rapper that ever existed. You know that? You know that. I hope you know, all right? If you don't know, now you know. Okay, look, a rapper come out. What up, Biggie? Okay, so Biggie and David are related, okay? So, look at that. I love that, okay? I love that, okay? I wasn't even really thinking about it coming from Biggie either. I was just as soon as I said it, it came there. But like when I was saying don't know, now you know, I was literally just saying that, not to refer to his song either. Okay. You know very well who you are. Don't let them hold you down. Reach for the stars. You had to go, but not the midnight. 'Cause you're the only one. I'll give you good and plenty. Juicy. 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 We got the juice. But yeah, it's also reminding me of a game, like how the levels, or a video game, how the levels get harder on certain games, like they get harder. They ought to accept it in its current state. Like that game show, Deal or No Deal. I love that game show. I think people are being greedy with the current state it is in. But I even think the game shouldn't be like that because it's just too much randomized things. And, it's not based on, how well you play a game, if you really know what I'm thinking. It's reminding me of that game, the gambling game Keno. So somebody could like to play that as well, or like to watch Deal or No Deal. But yeah, I'll be thinking they be getting greedy because I'm like, one day I was even sitting at the nail shop, and I was thinking the same thing before this man said it. The man that was doing my nails, he said, they come there with nothing. I'm saying, yeah, like, and that's what I've been thinking the whole time about that game show. I watched that game show. I probably even watched that episode we were watching already. I watched that game show a lot when it first came out, or whatever, when it was airing on TV more frequently as new episodes and stuff. So I would always think that. I'm like, they come there with nothing. They didn't even contribute to the show. They come there with nothing, so they really have nothing to lose. I saw 8 people and then 9 people. I saw all of that. I gotta say that because they say I'm talking to myself, and then now it's one person. I'm stepping on billions already. Shoot, Howie out there, is that his name? His real name? But yeah, or some type of judge or contestant show judge, because you now seeing the flaws in your game. You seeing how your game is a scam, okay? But anyway, I think on their behalf, what their responsibility is, it's a scam. um you know, because it's too randomized. It don't go based on, you know, you playing the game well, you know, like it's random, but it's not really structured random, you know, like even Wheel of Fortune got more substance than that. Or is it Wheel of Fortune? Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. No, Price is Right. Okay, because some of these people, some of these people, the ticker landed on them. Okay, but you was wishing it kept going or it went back. What about such and such? What about this? What about that? Because back there was easier. And now we're at the front. We're going towards the front. We're only going towards the front. That's the goal, right? To go forward. To go forward. So why you think it's going to be easier? It just makes sense. But first, like, it's bonus blessings over here. So thank you. Yeah, shout out to the 8 people up in here. See, I got to say that because they be messing with my numbers, making it look like I'm talking to myself. Now it's 15. Yeah. So some of these people, the ticker stopped. Like, you rolled that wheel, you spent that wheel on Price is Right, and it stopped on their ass. And you like, nah, don't stop, keep going, or, you know, like, go back then. Shit, if that's the case, that's how they feel towards shit dealing with you. So they ought to accept it now, because it only gets harder from here. This is a warning. This ain't no like, oh, I'm gonna do this, or this requires no plan. Okay, it's just a natural thing that has to happen. So if I were, you know, like if I were to create a show like Deal or No Deal, I will make it so that they will have to complete tasks. Because how it's, if y'all don't know, Deal or No Deal is structured. You pick it. There's like, how many cases? I don't even know how many cases. 26? No, it'd be, I don't know. It'd be like 20 cases. We just gonna say 20. It'd be at least 20 cases, and you gotta pick. And then there's a board that has different amounts, and then it corresponds to every case. And then the amounts get bigger, you know, all the way up to $1 million. So however many spaces that is, I feel like it's like 26 or something like that. I don't know. But it could be something else, 30. I don't know. Anyway, but it goes in increments, different ranges and stuff like that. Thank you for the second like. May God bless you just for that bonusly too. And, you know, like, and so every time someone picks a case randomly, it corresponds to one of those amounts on the board. And so you could end up picking the $1 million case, your first case. But before you do that, you pick your own case where you think the $1 million is. So it's so much randomized things, you know, like there's like nothing you could really do but pick the right case. I don't know, but it just yeah. So it's not based on merit. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. So, you know, and then so after, like, you pick your case, and then you start picking random cases, and then you could pick, you know, the biggest amounts and then the smallest amounts, and and then like the first rounds. Okay, the reason why I start breaking it down, because the first rounds, like, you pick more cases before the banker gives you an offer, based on how many cases you have left on the board, or, you know, how many cases you have left. So, you know, the first few rounds, I think you pick 5 cases at a time. And then, so you got way more chances to pick the $1 million case, most likely. Okay. But as the game progresses, you only have to pick pick 2 cases before the banker evaluates how many, cases are, how much amount is on the board, you know, like how much chance you have to pick the biggest amount on the board, whether it's the $1 million or not. So sometimes these offers could be at like 3,500, you know, like 1,800, even 500, you know, like it could go that low, you know, but based on how many big cases you picked. And, you know, so if I were to, you know, make a game like Deal or No Deal, I would make those 5 choices of cases like an activity you have to do that plays the game, like plays a game, not just pick randomly, like actually shows your skill in playing this game, you know. And then the earlier rounds, those because the amounts go up, the earlier rounds, it would be easier, like it would be easier to complete these tasks and, and stuff like that. Like even Family Feud kind of does this too, like, yeah. So, yeah, and then so after the first rounds, like you get offered whatever you, based on your performance. Yeah, based on your performance, you get offered a deal from the bank, and how far you got to go in the game, like, because it's not like you randomized and picked anything to get anywhere on the board. Now where we are. We're here. What Evaluate our performance based on that, and then it's like you graduate each time. And then, ultimately when you get to the $1,000,000, like you got to do less, but the things will be more challenging. So see the natural play of things. And I even think that with even how God looks at it is like, yeah, I introduced this lessons to you before. Now it's at the advanced level, but not to just give you more busy work, but it's like because you're like advanced now, and you could take much more shit, even if these people that come against you are still at the easy level and stuff like that. So they should be accepting the deal. So to relate that to me, even saying they're greedy, like it's like they would accept the deal, like, yeah, you have a choice to accept the deal and stuff like that. But, like the longer you're willing to play, it's even possible or maybe impossible to get to this level. But don't make it too much like that. If you want people to win, you make a game show because you want people to win. It's I don't think you should make a game show. It's like how God feels about us. Like I have good plans for you, like plans for you to prosper, not to harm you, like, and it just seems like people make it get harder on purpose to hurt you, like, and think you deserve hurt, but it's not really hurt. It's that you deserve. It's more challenge, if anything, but not to the detriment of you, because you're built strong enough to survive this challenge as well. But yeah, it only gets harder from here, so they ought to know that. So let's describe some of these people, or give somebody more insight about something, because, or more confirmations, validations about certain things. Okay, y'all messing with the shit already? Damn, y'all start early this morning. Okay, damn. So we got the Ace of Cups here with the Ace of Wands, the Eight of Cups. These alone, like on this Eight of Cups, Amanda is remaining on the ground, and she's going back into the water. Okay, and he's sleeping, stuff like that. So they finish whatever they have to do, or she just saw him, and he didn't know she saw him as well. So someone is probably even asleep on the scene. But the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands together, that's just like, oh my God. Juicy. Okay, really juicy things. Okay, however you want to put it, but I was thinking sexually. Okay. You ain't fucking my life, taking my life. If you hate it, just walk on by. All you haters, just walk on by. Okay, somebody want to put that wand down. Okay, give you that wand. Water sign, especially. We got the Queen of Cups. Okay, right after the Eight of Cups. Yeah, like that's just, yeah, it's juicy. It's really juicy. Something is really juicy. Okay, and then the Knight of Cups in reverse. He like, I'm not that no more. Okay, I am not that. All right, I'm on my grown man shit. Okay, he's like, I'm on my grown man shit. See, he understands. He got to accept it now. This Knight of Cups, that is an offer. That is a proposal. That's something. Okay, whether it's a marriage proposal or not, it's something. All right, it's something to take seriously. It was battleground. It was training. However you want to look at it. Okay. Now they don't want to be in that area no more. They want to advance, right? But you shouldn't be hurt in advancement. You only should be hurt in advancement if you are refusing to move forward, and you must move forward for the sake of all of us, and because your life depends on it. And I'm not threatening you with death or anything like that. I'm not even trying to scare you with death. Like, your life really depends on it. You come here to move forward. The people who don't want to do that, their life will depend on it. And you will see it. They will see it. So this Knight of Cups in the reverse, that is the accepting now. And he did. He dropped his swords, he dropped his wand, but he put it up. He used it in power. He used it at his advantage, like his life depends on it. So his merit will show that. His merit has shown that to get him to this point. He's taken advantage of his merit, of his progress, of where he's come so far. So it's no threat. It's no hate. Here. You would hate yourself if you want to continue to swim in that. Want to continue to be in that and walk in that. Queen of Cups energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. A man, this Queen of Cups could be dealing with a man who's just younger than her. He probably don't have to be a youth, consider youth, but he's just younger. And he's now like, nah, I'm a man. Okay, where's my King of Cups? Where's that stage for the King of Cups? Okay, because I think I should be there. Okay, can you show me my dressing room? Okay, my fitting, whatever. Okay, can you show me? Yes, some superstars. Y'all about these superstars. So unless you want this continued path to be harder, accept whatever it is now so you can move over to the next level of paths, next level of whatever, this new land, okay? Like I was talking about the will on the price of right earlier. It's like they stop on these motherfuckers, lovers, friends, family, and stuff like, nigga, you can, and gave you a taste of something in the past, and you're like, I ain't had no problem with that. But it's because now your fucking decisions relying on somebody who won't make one. Nah, we not doing that. I did a reading like a few months ago that said, just because you brought them to it doesn't mean you got to wait for them to get it or whatever. You don't got to wait for them to understand the lesson. You brought them to the field. You brought them to the school. You walked them up to this point. You said what you said. You offered what you offered. You accepted what you accepted. And now you can move on. Away from this, whether it gets easy or harder. You could move on from that. It's taken care of. The experience has been documented. Or it should be. And then we got the Knight of Swords. That be my Jesus card. And he in reverse too. Like, yeah, it took a long time for this man to accept things, okay? In whatever capacity. Whether he was right or wrong, to blame or not to blame, or nothing. But the good thing about it is it's almost like you have to feel remorse for what you did. Like, he's at that stage where he can or cannot feel remorse, and he more so feels remorse. And not because he did anything right or wrong. This remorse feeling is consideration, compassion, empathy. You see what good could come from that? And then after that, if you choose to continue down this path the way it's going, in order for you to even try to consider, make a deal with a banker, whether you move on or not, acceptance or not. Sorry, I lost my thought, but but yeah, so hi Jesus. Somebody wasn't being Jesus. They realized that. But you good, you are that. And now we're at the place where you get to be heard, they get to be heard, and you get to accept and they get to accept. They get to sign their lease and you get to sign your lease. Yeah, the number 927 could be significant as it comes to housing. But yeah, so, like, he's like, nobody's stopping me from going over. So I will accept this. But not because you told me to, because I know it's best for me. It's best for my life. Not because I'm scared of you. Not scared of you. Hate you, not hate you. It got nothing to do with that right now. We figuring out how we get out of this spot. Whatever this spot is, we figuring it out. Sorry I sound so passionate in the morning. And then this Knight of Swords has water on it too. Yeah, because that empathy had to come. This person could have been kind of considered dry, you know, like when it comes to like emotions and stuff like that. But now he's grown that. Like those seeds sprouted, okay? Like I'm mature now. I don't deal with that stuff, you know? That's for kids. That's for babies, you know? Kids could be doing this. But I'm feeling a grown man that should be with his Queen of Cups, or his Queen of Cups should be with her King of Cups as him, not as a Knight of Cups. Eight of Swords, yeah, he's setting himself free. Someone could have just got out of jail too. Like, he's setting himself free. Yeah, how they came and got Jesus. Before that, they tried to come and get Jesus. Before that, just to take him to jail. And Peter cut a nigga ear off. I look at Peter as God's homeboy. But he loved John the most, okay? He loved him some John, you know? So that's really his, like, I don't know. Like, it's like beyond homeboy, okay? That's like an unbreakable bond, how Jesus loved John. And I feel like John loved Jesus that way. And the great part about John is he respects Jesus for who he is. And not because he was smaller than Jesus. See, it has nothing to do with that. He respected him because he knew where he come from. He knew what power was instilled in him. Someone could have went through mental institutions and stuff like that. Thank you for the third like, and may God bless you just for that. Bonus blessing to you too. Then we got the Four of Cups here. They love bringing out this card. I feel like I bring out this card every time I bring out this deck now. But on this Four of Cups, a man, he's drinking his life away, okay? His life is dependent on how many drinks. Fourth like, and may God bless you just for that bonusly. And, you know, and then the Five of Cups coming out in reverse. So somebody chose to go backwards. They couldn't even make it to the Five of Cups. Five of Cups ain't all that great. They were scared. Honestly, they were scared of the Five of Cups. That's why they couldn't make it there. Because Four of Cups ain't even that much. We trying to get all the way to the Ten of Cups. That million. But yeah, so on this Four of Cups, he has a bunch of empty bottles, possibly filled with alcohol because he looks like he's laid out drunk on the street. And then he has 3 cups upright, and then there's a woman in the water with the 4th cup. You know, that could signify that cup that be coming from the clouds as well. And I imagine he thinks he lost his love of his life, which is the woman holding that 4th cup. You know, so something ain't over until God says it's over, okay? Or God saying it's over because I said so. I try to give you a choice. I try to believe in who you were. But you took me for granted. You took the choice for granted. You thought that choice was always going to be there. You thought that choice was always going to be easy. No, see? It's going to get harder. But you may have to even wait for the opportunity to get on that platform of choice. And even Four of Cups itself, the meaning of it is you being offered the offer that you're ignoring. Because of so much you've been through. But that was the easiest part. That's why you got 3 cups versus the 1. God know by this point, we got to just give it to them. Oh, they made it so far. I'm surprised they got 2 of them motherfuckers. But it wasn't that hard to get those 3 cups. Or maybe it was. But it ain't harder to get it wasn't harder to get these 3 cups than it's going to be to get the 4th cup if you pass it up. They just giving it to you at this point. And you going to pass it up? Basically, that's what it is. But yeah, so he think he lost the love of his life, which is the woman holding that 4th cup. He think all is over. He think it's done. So he's drinking it away. He's like, and she comes over and asks for some of his drink in his bottle because all the other bottles are empty. The one in his hand has something left. She's like, can I have some? He's like, don't bother me. Don't bother me. Leave me alone. I want to be left alone right now. I would drink my life away if I have to. I would drink myself sick, okay? Leave me alone. I just want a little bit, you know. I've had a rough day too, you know. And you got so many. You drank all that alcohol. You can't share just a little bit with me. Didn't I tell you to leave me alone? I lost the love of my life. Okay. And he's still not looking at her, and she's just trying to get him to turn around. She don't know he's talking about her, referring to her, but she knows this person. She knows they're connected. That's why she's there. That's why she revisited there. Okay. But he doesn't know that, you know, also that is her asking for the stuff, because he won't look at her. Somebody won't look at it. Someone won't take the choice. Look. And then I believe she was like, okay, I'll have a little bit. She was like, okay, just give me a little bit and I'll leave you alone or whatever. If I give you a little bit, you'll leave me alone. You promise? You promise, okay? And then she's thinking in her head, like, I don't know who he think he talking to, because once he see this, he ain't gonna want to let me go nowhere, all right? But like I said, she don't know this is the person he's crying over. But she's confident enough in herself. Sirens are confident, all right? You bigger than a mermaid, okay? But we all essentially mermaids, okay? We just upgrading in title as a siren, all right? All that good stuff. So yeah, mermaids are normally the kids until they mature to the age to be tested to be a siren. Look at that. But yeah, so somebody loves mermaids. Hi, fellow mermaid lover. Okay, you probably was a mermaid in the past life. Okay, what up, family? All right. So yeah, so she like, yeah, you probably ain't gonna want that to happen, but whatever. Yeah, I'll leave you alone. Okay, I'll leave you alone. And he was like, okay. And then he turns around and he has the biggest smile on his face. His eyes are open wide, and then he immediately starts to get upset at himself, beating himself up again. He's like, look, I did it again. I risked it again. See? So people don't want to go through this problem anymore. Like, I was just so mean to her. That's the love of my life right there. Okay? There she go. Okay, Archangel Michael could be close to you. Okay, that name. Those initials could be significant derivatives of that name, nickname, first, middle, last name. All right. Yeah, and then so he's like, oh my God, I'm just such an asshole. Okay, because yeah, 4 cups ain't that much. Okay, he ain't built that much. All right. And then he had 5 of cups because he was refusing to look. He wasn't seeing her. They weren't seeing you. They were refusing to look at the options presented towards them. They was trying to go to the 5 of cups. The 5 of cups locked. You can't go to that game, that level in the game. You can't. You ain't even ready. You ain't even played the 4 of cups. How about that? You ain't in the 5 of cups yet. You can't. That gate is shut. It got bars on it too. All right. Somebody got to come and unlock that shit for you. Okay. Somebody could be a janitor or something like that. But yeah, on the 5 of cups in reverse, there's a woman hugging a seal that came to shore. The seal could have been sick as well. And I did a reading not a few days ago that said God made them sick for you to get your revenge. But you, sweet old you, because a lot of you guys didn't take the opportunity. You just focused on nursing them back to health. So this 5 of cups may not be open for somebody because you're not ready to help someone else. Or they're not ready to help someone else. They got to help themselves. They got to turn around and see their own cup. That 4th cup. They on the 4 of cups with 3 cups only. They didn't even get the 4th cup. And then so now they come and try to visit 5 of cups, come to that door, like knocking on that door, nobody answering, because like I said, you probably got to ring the bell, you got to call people, but you only get access to the bell or something like that if you are you defeated the past level. Push the goddamn button. All right. I keep thinking of that movie Rush Hour. Seven of Swords. Oh, yeah. So the reason why these people haven't left the Four of Cups to the Five of Cups, because they was stealing something. They trying to take it with no merit. They trying to cheat the game. So it's gonna naturally be harder for you, because now you have to run into this gated door. You got to run into, our defense systems. You got to bypass that shit to get there, because you're trying to get there unauthorized. You better hope there's no lasers there that you can't crawl underneath. But on this Seven of Swords, they're putting the swords back, because this could also represent that man I was talking about earlier, that, that realizes, he wasn't doing what he's supposed to do. Like in the Four of Cups, he immediately started beating himself up. See, that remorse energy. He was sitting in that remorse energy, even though it's not necessary remorse. It's just like he was feeling a remorse for the potential of a situation. Seeing like, oh, damn, my life just flashed before my eyes. See, your life depends on it. This is so imperative. But you may not think so. It's fine. I don't care. That's on you. Queen of Wands. Upright. Then Queen of Cups trying to come back out. So somebody's trying to challenge. Put out the fire. You going to feel this fire. See, it's going to get hard. The Tower. Yeah. This is going to get harder. Inevitable divine intervention. And then if the Four of Cups is in reverse, that's divine appointment. Because you accepted it. You've been appointed. You've been offered the job. And you took it. Thank you for the fifth like. Look, now we got to the Five of Cups. Look at that. And may God bless you bonusly too. Okay, you are a pivotal part of our reading. All right. You could be seeing lobsters as well. Someone could have saw the Little Mermaid movie not too long ago. Nine of Wands. Okay, see, it's about to be a hard journey. Or somebody made it to the Nine of Wands like, yeah, I stop. Okay. Yeah, I've been through enough wands. It's only one more to do. All right, I've done enough, right? Yeah, Two of Swords, and on this card, two men are fighting. A light versus dark skinned person. And then with the Empress in reverse. Because somebody is not tapped into their emotions. Somebody is not sitting in the water. They came up to shore and they can't breathe. They don't have the gills to even breathe on shore, let alone in these fucking cups. That's why they out here offshore. They roaming. They trying to fight the feeling. They trying to fight the progress. They trying to fight the building of them. Development, the growing of them to be able to survive certain environments. The Hierophant in reverse. A Taurus, heavy Taurus could be significant, but that's a cult energy. So somebody's walking away from a deal that they made with a group of people. A cult don't have to be this hoo-hoo rah-rah thing that y'all see. Whoa! That y'all see. It's just a group of people, gathering of the minds. Okay? Gathering of the mind. Nine of Swords. Yeah, they put that sword down in reverse. Nine of Swords down. They like, I can't take it no more. He in his tent over a cliff, and there's a siren trying to claw up at him. She don't look like the inviting one in the Four of Cups. This is somebody trying to get his ass. Okay? He like, I can't take this shit no more. But before this came out, or before I saw this, the King of Cups came out and he's upright. See? Look at that. That's so beautiful. That is so beautiful. Poseidon, King Neptune, Olokun, and Orisha is killing energy. And then Two of Wands in reverse. He like, I'm not waiting no more. I gotta offer you all my love. I gotta give you all my love. An Aries man, but a water sign man, or the Aries man has been extinguished by this water sign as well. Or this water sign is trying to become this fire sign is trying to become a water sign. Like he like, I like what you got going on up over there. I like that. Okay. Not in no crazy way. No homo. Okay. No homo. All right. But I like that stuff that you do with your emotions and stuff. And you regulate your movements and stuff. So I believe my baby came to me one day, in his higher self, and had a question of me. well, not really a question, like he spoke to me like a gangster, like, I don't know, like, but he wasn't like that gangster that everybody like the police, like always in trouble with the police, thank God, like he was this like well-formed gangster, but the things that made him a gangster aren't the things that will get him in trouble. So it was like respect, like he earned this respect, but he also earned this respect inherently in some ways. So, and I'm talking about a toddler right now. And he's more so now a youth, I would say. I don't know, but he's my baby no matter what. All right. But he came to me and had this conversation, and it was like this gangster leader voice, and but he was talking to me. I'm trying to set the scene because more of that matters than what he said to me, because he didn't say much and he doesn't talk that much, so it was very fitting for the whole thing. So he doesn't really talk that much, but he likes to talk, and he tries it. And I like to think of him talking like he says like bullshit, 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 and then he says what he wants to say, toys, dinosaur. Super mommy, like. But yeah, so he came to me one day in this version of himself, and I, as a vision, okay, if you don't think I'm crazy, because I'm not, all right, my shit come true. But he was coming to me and asking me these questions as if he's like been traveling this journey and he's not satisfied with, the emotional aspect of his life. But he's like, I got everything else down packed, but I'm missing this. I'm missing, like, and I want to do something about it. And it kind of makes me mad, like it probably makes him kick himself. But like, even how he came, like he was trying not to be an emotional person, but he didn't want to appear vulnerable either. You could tell, like, he had a cage of, things around his vulnerability. And he was like, so I heard you know how to do this life thing. Like he said it just like that too. Like, and that's why I thought of gangster. He was like, I heard you know how to do this thing called life, like this life thing. I heard you got it down pat. I was like, who said that? Basically, I was like, who said that? Like, man, no, don't try to deny it, but like, ain't that true? Like forcing the fact on me. But I'm not even knowing of the fact, like I'm thinking I'm doing the worst job ever. And I'm just like, and then they sent, like, basically they sent him to me, like they said, like, I'm looking for this person who know how to do this life thing, and like be in touch with your emotions and stuff and be nice and, like, and not let the world turn you in a bad way. You, right? It's you. I'm in the right place. Like, I'm just like, I think I have a pretty good, grasp on it, like, still not trying to, thank you for the 6 like and may God bless you just for that. Still not trying to accept it and just still wondering, like, who the fuck told you this? Why they send you to me? Like, I didn't think so. I didn't think I'm the expert for that. Like, for something else probably, but not that. A big thing called life. And I was like, yeah. He was like, so can you teach me that? Can you teach me this stuff that you got going on? Like, especially the emotional part, because I feel like, man, I feel like I got everything down packed with this emotional shit. I can't do it. Like, I can't do it. And I felt what he was saying. Like, what he was, like, I felt, like I said, the armor around his vulnerability. Like, it's like he stitched it up, like, with barbed wire, like, and he was coming to, like, be able to say, like, oh, I can untie that barbed wire now and just let it fall as it may be, like, and, like, he was also asking for permission to be like that. Like, is this how I'm supposed to feel? Like, asking me, and I was like, I can help you, I think I make mistakes and stuff, like, I hope you're not beating yourself up over mistakes. And it's like, I don't think it's that, like, he knew, like, he was like, he knew his problem, and he knew, like, he came to the doctor and he told you his symptoms and stuff like that, and he like, I was told to see this specialist, and so maybe even an encounter like that, maybe not so much creepy with your kid, because it was so creepy to know that that was my kid, and I was speaking to him in this state of mind, and I was very proud, of who he was, and even his ability to ask for help, because even I struggled with that, because it gets harder down the line. It gets harder, so you got to accept the help at one point in time, right? So it was good to see him, and then he was younger than I am currently, so that's good, so, but it was beautiful to see how he blossomed into that, and the awareness he had, and stuff like that. So maybe you're gonna even probably see the fruits of your labor, like in that capacity, as you raising a child, being a parent, or are you gonna see the fruits of your labor when it comes to whatever you're doing, you're good at life, and then God sends somebody randomly, or they send somebody to, maybe not as straightforward and creepy as that, because I thought that was so creepy. I was like, and I was laughing too, especially after, and then now today I still laugh at it, because it's like I felt like he came to me, sat on a desk in front. I was a teacher at my desk, and he sat on the top of like the top of a student's desk, like, and it probably was that, I don't know, but, and then he's like, man, I heard you, like, but then speak to me in a formal way, but spoke to me in the appropriate level, like, I didn't see no disrespect. I felt honored, and it was so beautiful. And so a counter like that could be significant, but like I said, it don't have to be with your child. And it's just showing you like how much work you've done on yourself, how much progress you made, or how much you're not willing to accept how you are, or what you're growing into. He's like, man, I don't think I got a problem with this, and this. Like, it was just beautiful. And he's like, I only really got a problem with this. And it's hard in this type of world. But I heard you get through it, or you always got through it, or something, or, but he didn't say those words. It's just like, he came to me where I couldn't say no at all, like, and knowing he my son, I wasn't going to say no, but it's just like, I had no room to say no, like, or I had no room to say, even be uneasy about it. Honestly, I didn't have that much space for that even, or to deny it or something like that as well. So, something like that could be relevant for you guys. Hopefully I enjoyed that. I don't really like talking about myself, and because I've been called crazy so much, and and then the stuff I do now makes me look even crazier, and I don't like to deal with that type of shit, okay, that type of energy. So I don't try to succumb to that a lot, but I do believe in God using me as a testimony, and I thought that was God's encounters so much, that may have been God, but I don't look at it from that. I look at it as like, have you seen my servant Job? He tight, huh? He got him a farm. His family beautiful, always taken care of. I enjoy watching his life prosper. I do. But I'm going to need you to go shake things up in his life. What? He's saying it's just a time. No. Job? We talking about the same Job? Like, yeah, I did not just describe him. Yeah, we talking about the same person. And like, nah, you bless everything he touched. You trying to get me killed, dog? Okay. Or you trying to kill me? You just want to kill me? Is that what it is? Okay. I know that's a setup. I see barbed wire all over the fence, and I see the lasers and shit. You bless everything he touched. Okay. If I touch him, I will be hurt because you bless him. And people don't even realize that. Yesterday I did a reading that said, if criminals, if criminals knew this about God, they wouldn't do any crimes. Because God is a game maker, basically. God allows you to, start going left or right, however you are controlled and stuff like that. God allows you to be there to do that, So imagine what it is with crimes, okay? And people wonder why they end up getting caught, like, God was just letting you travel further enough where you were able to accept or not accept, or move differently or not move differently, okay? Because it gets harder to hide yourself from that thing later on. See, it's naturally. And he's like, look at my servant Job. Job minding his own business. And he was like, nah, you bless everything you touch. And you're like, nah, I ain't gonna do that, okay? You know my blessings be mean, his blessings be meaning my fucking curses. You know that, all right? Or it would be. Okay, it would be if I touched his ass. Yep, you right. Okay, but he's like, nah, I ain't gonna do nothing. I ain't gonna do nothing. But you just got to do one thing. Don't take his soul. I was just talking about my child, my son. Soul is son in Spanish. Do anything else, but don't take my child. Don't take their child. Don't take their soul that they cultivated, they flowered, they planted, the seed that they planted and sprouted up into who they are. Because I know that there is connected to me. All right, that's part of me. So if you hurt that, you hurt me, and you damn sure can't capture me. You can't take me. So if they knew this about God, they would do nothing, no crimes. And that didn't come up in the reading, but something similar did. Woo. But yeah, King of Cups is here. So you see, you about to be crowned King of Cups, and he got a crown on his head. Okay, on the Knight of Cups, he didn't have a crown. Even the crown is looking like a ring on a finger. It's like, you know, like somebody's finally gonna get their ring. Because the King of Cups don't have to be a man. I'm just saying it because it looks like a man. But, you know, it could be the Queen of Cups. My son came to me as a Queen of Cups, basically. You got some cups. I heard you know how to make cups, though. You know, like you ain't just, you know, like selling cups that you bought for somebody else. You know how to make them cups. That's what I need. I know I need that, okay? How much you charge, like type of shit, okay? You could be getting clientels and stuff like that. Somebody like you the candy lady in the hood, okay? Somebody really likes candy. Or someone's name could be Candy, okay? You could have shot that show Candy. Is it a show or a movie? I don't know what it is. But I couldn't believe even how that ended up. It's just like some of that was unnecessary. Some of it didn't even have to get that far. There could be like a wife jealous of someone who she think is her husband's mistress, especially a service worker, home worker. They thinking this home worker is a home wrecker, when that person is just there offering a cup, creating cups for your family, probably. And some of them just have to suffer from that. 10 of Cups in reverse. So some of them made it all the way to the 10 of Cups, don't know what to do with it. They like, I don't even know how I got here. But it was like only inevitable for you to get here. Maybe your 10 of Cups is so much harder to enjoy now. See, it only gets harder from here. But you got the 10 of Cups. So what you going to do with it? Are you going to abuse it? Are you going to remove some type of mask you had on in order to arrive here? Because it will fall off there. Because this is the destination, all right? After this, people are learning to create these cups. These cups are basically given to you. That's probably how you got here. But it's good you got here. You made it to this level. But we wish it wasn't under such hard circumstances. 4 of Wands, yeah. So 10 of Cups in reverse. So somebody's unhappy in their marriage. And then 10 of Pentacles. They got everything. They was like Job. On a 10 of Cups, it don't have family. It looks like somebody is dating someone, or a lot of people are single. Because they probably decided to focus on themselves, or it had to naturally decide to focus on themselves. Okay, we're going to move you to the next level. We're going to skip you up to the next grade. You could culminate, yeah. But you're going to have to really face these challenges. This is all you get. Did a reading about that in the past. Since this was all you got and hopefully you were content, this will be all they get. Because God will distribute the resources to them. Give them the cups. God manufactured the cups for them to give and just distribute. And they abuse their power in whatever way. Price gouging, all that shit. They abused it. And then they'll just give you a little bit. Not even 10% of it. They'll give you 5. Have a whole 100% of whatever it is. Didn't even have to really work to get there, but had to do some type of merit to get there. Somebody is an avid game show watcher as well. Certain games I just can't watch. I've just seen them before, so I don't know the rules. But, you know, Deal or No Deal is like a main one I watched. If I could say that. And then it was another one I used to, Price is Right. I used to watch when I was younger. And Wheel of Fortune. I used to like that. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. It's about time. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if that comes out again. I mean, if that comes out when I shuffle again. But yeah, so God was like, okay, yeah. Since you only give them like 5%, 1% for some people, it's like they so stingy. Like, you got all of that and you can't give me, like, I ain't even asking for half at this point. Like, you put the deal so low. And I'm like, dang, can I push the envelope to less of half then? Okay. Would you still feel like you got enough? And some of that is not good enough. 60% is not good enough for them. They get greedy. But they didn't have shit until God gave it to them. So God will take it away. Or God will let you keep it under those circumstances and not offer you a chance to get more. The opportunity, a door will be shut. It will be caged with a lock on it. Then so the Ten of Cups looks like people are focusing on themselves, and then the Ten of Pentacles, it looks like, you know, they are with a family, but there's a little boy surrounded by women. It's like breaking a curse or doing things differently now. And I brought up that vision about my son, because maybe these people have to survive living around a lot of women, because these women even haven't created their own cups. Haven't even went to a class to learn to create their own cups. And now the introduction of this person's awareness has blown that energy backwards to energy that needs it. Because it's like, okay, well, so you're going to be important to us one day. These kids are like, you're going to be important to us one day, so we need you to act right, okay? We're going to sprinkle some pixie dust, blow some pixie dust at you. Then they start going to the Ten of Cups energy. Being content in that Ten of Cups and not looking at it as the ultimate thing. Now you have to ultimately be the King of Cups. Whether you're a man or a woman. The King of Cups. Creating those cups. But the woman could create it too. That's where it starts, with actually being able to create it. When you're a knight, whether you're a man or a woman, you're being taught to create it. When you're a page, you're known that this is a process to be done. Like, you're introduced to school. You know, at a certain age, you're introduced to, you know, knowing you have to finish school to go to college. And you know you have to finish college to get your degree in order to appear more qualified, because it don't always mean that. It's fucked up. But anyway, appear more qualified, or check the boxes of qualification for a job, or, you know, a career, or, you know, be an entrepreneur, however you stem that path, from college, from high school, from youth. But you understand that this is something that must happen. This is your destination. You're not in Ten of Cups anymore. And Ten of Cups wasn't the end. It was that probably acceptance stage. Do you accept or not? Are you willing to be taught or not? Do you want to learn this shit or not? You could teach a man to fish. I mean, you could give a man a fish. They'll eat for a day. And then you could teach a man to fish. They'll eat for a lifetime. That type of shit. The cups. The pentacles. You get to the point where you earn those pinnacles, or God gives you those pinnacles through your earning, through your obedience, through all the stuff, following directions and guidance in general, applying what you know and stuff like that. But now you're introduced to the possibility that you can make your own. Oh, I could create a business. Yeah, you could create a business. You little old you. You don't have to go to a business to work. It may be harder, but it may not. But the possibility is there. Some of us don't know about that possibility. Some of us think you have to get to a certain stage in life or be a certain thing in life to get there. Like when I was in college and I was thinking about, what I would do when I passed college or, past college, just to say that. And I would say, or my 5-year goals, 10 years goals, I would first say, I would get my experience, my career, working my career for a certain amount of years, whatever's needed. Because I'm thinking, you need a certain amount of years to work in a career. Then I want to own my own company. First, I wanted to own a nonprofit. And then I started struggling. Then I was like, that's not for me, at least not for my first thing. Okay. And honestly, it's more work to put into that because it's more legality that deals with that. You got to, legality is everywhere. But, to the stuff that, really matters, because you got to get people to trust you, to give you money in whatever capacity, whether you're giving a service back or not, whether you're just accepting donations to do what you do or not do. You operating around legality. You're considering legality a little bit more. But I learned that, by being a page probably in my knighthood. I don't know. But I had to learn, you don't have to even go that trajectory to be able to own your business, whether it's a profit or non-profit. You don't have to go there. Because when you get out of college, your face, when you're trying to find a job, whether you go to grad school or not, when you're trying to find a job, you're faced with not having the experience. But you use the time that you could have been using for experience to be in school to get them to even consider you. So some of us need that page, or need to be that page, to be informed. So we won't have to travel unnecessary paths, repeat unnecessary generational curses. So it's great that we have a boy, or, it could have been a girl versus all men. Because I'm getting like, it probably happens like that as a pattern. God works in patterns. And growing up, I used to love patterns. I love the lessons when they used to teach us about patterns. Like when they was like, yeah, we're learning a certain pattern or a shortcut to something. And I didn't really like the shortcuts too much. I like the patterns, like where you can, because sometimes you could develop a shortcut from a pattern. And the pattern is like the original source of whatever it is. So if you know the pattern, your answer could never be wrong if you think about it. Like, because that pattern could be used to check your work against another method that you used to see if you would get to the same answer. It's a blueprint. So someone could also like sew and do patterns as well. Our slave ancestry, for some of us, we were slaves, and we came reincarnated. But that's another discussion for another day. But they use quilt patterns to communicate their plans for, navigating themselves to freedom, away from danger in general, making sure that they continue to stay alive. Yeah. So, because their life depends on it. Look at that. Beautiful. But yeah, so I always love those lessons where you look at the pattern. So if you look at the pattern, and God works in patterns. So what I was saying is, like a boy, like you could have been a part of a generation where there were so many women before you came along. And then you were like the first boy in a long time. And then, but before that, you know, your parents were that whatever gender, you know, like whether it was your dad or your mom, they were that first thing as well. Yep. I'm scratching my head. Thank you. Yeah, they were that. So that's another pattern you could see. And even that pattern will give you hints to how you break that curse, fit the puzzle piece into whatever piece is missing, you know, because you're that. And it's like, man, why they spend so many time doing this or wasting it on this type of vessel? Not to be sexist or anything like that, but that's how it's coming out to me. Because there's no in between of whatever you are unless it's more. Someone's name could be more, unless it's more, and also less is more for some of you. And what I mean by that is either you are a man or are a woman. And if you're more than either a man or a woman, that's the only thing that makes that natural. But otherwise, the blueprint, the thing is man or woman. The structure is considering man or woman. Okay, I'm not saying about being together and stuff like that. Man or woman, as who you were born to be, whether you got surgeries or not. See, that's more. You're more now. But you still have to consider the fact that you had a surgery going from one state to another. Even if you just neglected the first state, is more. But something was there at first. Something laid the foundation. But yeah, and then 4 of Wands could mean foundation as well, stable, stability, and stuff like that. And then on the 4 of Wands, it's a couple. The merman is on shore. See, he came. Yeah, see, he's realizing like he's equipped. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. He's equipped to be on land and in water. Okay, and he's like kind of far away from shore. I don't see his tail just sitting in the water. Okay, but I see his tail from the back, and then he's with a human who has legs, and she's leaning on his shoulder. Okay, he's like he's going to get his Queen of Cups. Okay. And this could have been a King of Wands energy. Yeah, didn't I say that? Like, it could be a fire sign wanting to be that King of Cups. But it's like these polar opposites, you know, like not because he wants to neglect his fire sign self. Like when the Ace of Wands came out, that's what I was saying. He's not neglecting his wand. He's picking up his wand. He's using it. He's using his staff, okay? He's using his wand. He's throwing it around, okay? He's taking it out for a spin. I had to. But hopefully this is making sense. Temperance in reverse. They like, you earth angel, you sweet old you. See, you just sweet. Okay, something about that. All right, Wheel of Fortune. Love it. Oh, love it. Okay, love it. I love this. And then the Wheel of Fortune has, it's a, what is that thing called? It's the wheel on a ship or a boat, or, you know, the old school ones that you have to turn. So it's like, even that is going back to original things. This was here first. The structure of this, the motion of this, the functionality of this was here first to make things go, to make things move from one place to another. And then the temperance is like, you know, like it's in reverse. Because, you know, temperance is like one foot on land and 1 foot in water as well. And it doesn't depict that on this card. Actually, she's all in water. But she has like a fire-like energy that she's harvesting at the top of her. And Yemaya could be close to you as well. She helped slaves escape to freedom. And as her token of appreciation for cooperation, perhaps, or memorialia, she would give people conch shells, and it is said to hold her voice, okay? The siren voice. And even them, wow, her giving the conch shell is like her giving a cup, you know? And then now at your point, you know, like maybe you could hear her voice to be inspired to create your own. Zora near Hurston could be close to you as well. And Yamaya name means to me, I'm your mama. I mentioned Olukun earlier, and she's his wife. And he sits at the bottom with all the treasure, okay? Because he's like, oh, this, they didn't want this, you know, like, and it's a bunch of shit. It's a bunch of shit, valuable shit, you know, things that never been used before down there as well. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, we not doing, the Knights coming out in reverse. They like, nah, we ready to be kings, okay? And if you rearrange the letters in Knight, it is king, because you're on your way to being a king. You got to take it seriously, though. And on this Knight of Pentacles is a girl, okay? See, no matter what, you're a man or a woman, or a boy or girl. And she has like conch shells on the temperance, and then one in each hand, and it's like cultivating this like fire-like energy. So it's like she don't need to have one foot in and one foot out. She don't have to do the hokey pokey. She could be stable in one area and then still cultivate another element, you know, as well in that same area. I don't have to leave my habitat. I don't have to leave my destiny and my purpose. If I reach my destination, I don't have to leave here. Or it's all is not lost or over. And then I think of the Wheel of Fortune as meaning the wheel that you can turn, which is excellent for this card. But also, first and foremost, the will of God, you know. But it could be a reading of a will as well. Living testament or something like that. Living will, someone had that. Someone's name could be Will. Temperance. Or it starts with TEM or TEMP. Someone's temperature. Someone could even try to check your temperature. The Sagittarius, this earth sign. Try to see if you've been learning something. Many attempts at your life. We got the Four Swords in reverse. With the Wheel of Fortune. Nah. God is taking me to my destination. This is my proclamation. From the song Winter in Me. Okay, by Coco. God is taking me to my destination. This is my proclamation. And his name is Jesus. I gotta tell the world about him. He's the winner in me. Jesus is the winner in me, yeah. I got a testimony. He is the winner in me. Jesus, the winner in me. The only way that I could have made it. Oh, yeah. When nobody else can come to my rescue. Oh. When the enemy came in like a flood. I can tell God was there. Oh, yeah. I got lost. I don't remember that part no more. But yeah, so yeah, we got the Four Swords in reverse. This is not our destination. God is taking us. And then we have the Six of Pentacles next. And then these pentacles are in bubbles. God put us in a bubble to be safely delivered. Whether it is a pentacle, a cup, a wand, okay? A tool, essentially. Or as the tool ourselves, because we are vessels. But we not hoes, okay? Some of y'all took that shit too literal, okay? I'll be a tool, but I'll be everything but a hoe then, all right? Give me anything but a hoe, all right? I don't even know what a hoe look like. What a hoe look like? Is that flat one? That flat tool? Knight of Wands. Ooh, the only one upright. Because so somebody doesn't want to give up. I'm getting this is a grudge. Yeah, the devil. A Capricorn right behind it is like somebody holding a grudge. The star, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio as well. Wow, a lot of people. Damn. A Taurus and a Libra as well. Wow. They gonna take some of these people gonna take that to the grave. You gonna hold that? You gonna sink, okay? So somebody gonna put you in the dirt, okay? Put dirt on you, because dirt could put out fire. And then for the Knight of Wands to be before the devil, which is Capricorn energy, that is earth. So it's like, we gonna let you have your fun now in the Knight of Wands. If you ain't using it constructively, we gonna put some dirt on that shit, okay? You expecting water. You thinking we gonna burn that water up. We gonna vaporize that water real quick. Nah, okay? And then the star right behind it, that's like swords energy. So that's a tool. Like, that's normally yard tools are made with steel. You know, that's that steel we about to use to get that shit out the way. We about to rake that shit up like some leaves. Because we ain't got time for that shit. Somebody is really serious about their life because they know their life depends on certain shit, okay? But yeah, we have the Empress coming back out in reverse with the Knight of Cups in reverse behind the star. So, yeah, somebody's holding on to a grudge and it's stopping them. Now, this reversal don't mean they out of it. This means that they staying in this. They camped out to here. Nah. They gonna burn this shit up. Or they gonna mess this shit up. It's not gonna look pretty. It's gonna be worse. Wow, justice coming out. Yeah, it's not gonna be pretty. Someone's kid could like the show Paw Patrol, or someone could be a firefighter as well. Rescue energy. Rescue me. Hear me in your arms. Yeah, this Knight of Wands, they gave the wrong knight the power, okay? We got the Ace of Wands coming back out with justice. So someone in the justice system could be abusing their power, their authority, their title. Someone could be impersonating some shit. Someone could be working with the Justice Department as vengeance, as a grudge, you know? Like, I vowed, okay? Jesus is the living word. We bringing out my God deck, okay? And then we gonna go, okay? I feel y'all. I'm stepping on bunions. Sorry, but I'm not sorry, okay? Sorry, I ain't sorry. Sorry, I ain't sorry. Sorry, I ain't sorry. Yeah, no, sorry, I ain't sorry. Sorry, I ain't sorry. Sorry, I ain't sorry. Hell no. Looking at my watch. I don't know how it goes. A Virgo could be significant. So one name could start with an S, a B, K, C, BKC, okay? As well, Cassie, all right? Williams, as well. I think about, when I think about that song, I think about that video, and then Serena Williams, she was in there dancing, okay? But yeah, the first card we got is Jesus is the living word, okay? You wake up this morning with our mind stayed on Jesus. Somebody is taking their religious practices very seriously. And it don't have to be like religion, church type of stuff. Things they do religiously, okay? They made up their mind, okay? I gotta clean up what I messed up. I started my life over again. I made up my mind. I ain't playing no more. Cause a player and a cheater ain't gonna make it through the door. I gotta clean up, yes I do, y'all. When I messed up, yeah. I started my life over again. Oh, I gotta clean up. Oh, yeah, y'all. I gotta somebody probably singing, I gotta mess up and then I clean up, okay? Clean up your mess. You think you're covering your tracks and you're not, okay? Sorry, but not sorry, okay? Sorry, I ain't sorry. But yeah, that's Beyonce, if y'all don't know. But yeah, so some of the things I look at Jesus as, okay? All of the things I look at Jesus as, for the most part, and first and foremost, okay? He made me not forget it. The only miracle worker, okay? First and foremost, okay? That might as well be his topic sentence, okay? The only miracle worker, okay? Pull out somebody else's track record who did what Jesus did, okay? That's why you still worship him. Despite you, if you a hypocrite or not. You still worship him because he was the shit, okay? You ain't fucking with Jesus. He is the Almighty, all right? And he is the reason the Almighty met you, knows you. No one comes to his Father except through him. You trying to go around and go through doors. His Father door is locked, caged shut, okay? It don't even have a trace of being able to be open unless Jesus says so, okay? It's giving me like a product or a toy, you know, like, you know how some toys could kind of expand and be put back together. It's getting that. My son had this like ball, or he has this ball that, you know, like you could smash it flat and then you can open it, use it as a ball, but it pops open like a spring, you know, like, but when it opens up as a ball, you can see like the lines that kind of make it be able to go flat, you know. With God, it ain't like that, okay? There's no seam you can find and start tearing from, no thread loose that you can start tearing from and get to God without Jesus, all right? And Jesus ain't gonna show you how they open the vault, okay? The safe. A safe is significant as well. Or you can feel safe now. You will be safe, all right? Despite what they try to do to you, say about you, or whatever, you will be safe. But yes, the only miracle worker. Nobody fucking with Jesus in that department. Okay? All right. And then I said, our ultimate sacrifice, the Lamb. All right? All is forgiven. We are adopted now. No one comes to our Father except through us. All right? Do you want this type of access? Do you want this type of authority? Or you want that punk ass shit that man promised you? I'll get this authority all day, every day, even if it don't look like much to you. I don't give a fuck. Okay? I know how much more power I have than you. Then, okay? On my motherfucking team. All right? I ain't even gotta have a wand then. All right? I don't need the fucking wand. I don't need no weapon. Okay? Because no weapon formed against me will ever prosper. So I don't need one. All right? But yeah. And then I said grace. A holy king, an everlasting Father, the last Father, the first, the last. The last shall be first, the first shall be last, only according to merit. Because I used to get hopeless when I heard that. So I'm like, what about the people who work so hard? Okay, I know I'm last right now. I will always be last. If I can make it up there, I'm going to get pushed back down. No. That ain't how God works. Because God does want to see you prosper, like we were speaking of earlier, right? But most people want to continue down this path to hurt you. Oh, you could take that much? You haven't seen our attacks. You haven't seen nothing yet. Okay, I'll get you next time. Ugh. I did a reading not too long ago, a few days ago, that said, you know, just because they did something doesn't make you different. Because people will sit there and hurt you and think they know how you going to react or respond to their hurt. And be waiting around looking to peeping around the fucking corner. How they hurt you. How you taking it. And shit like that. And they surprised that you're taking it how you always taking it. With grace. Like Jesus. Their goal is just to make you try to turn away from Jesus. Or Jesus' ways. Living the word. Walking. Living the word. Whether it's from this Bible you pick up. Or what you hear from God. Are you able to hear from God? That's why some of y'all think we are crazy. Because you can't even hear from God. When I first started singing on this channel, like, I didn't used to like how I sing. Sometimes I don't like my voice, but, you know, overall, I do like how I sing in general, you know, And I just thought I had to have a certain amount of practice to declare that I know how to sing, at least, hold a tune. But, I used to say in some of my video, like, I don't like my voice, or I'm not a singer. And Jesus used to cringe about that, like when I would say that, I'm not a singer, because his last name is really not Christ. It's Sangrail, okay? The real singers, all right? But yeah, the name Lark could be significant as well. My name is Equilla Clark, okay? And some say my name could mean that I'm a cursed lark, okay? Or I am prone to the use of crack. That's my work of art. I was trying to remember it, but yeah. So, sorry, I got lost. Sorry, I got lost. I don't know where it is. All right, but I'm gonna move on, okay, and continue to read this, okay. But yeah, I used to be so hopeless. Yeah, I used to be so hopeless when I hear that, and now, God told me, when I heard the first shall be last, the last shall be first. Like, God told me, it's based on merit. Like, it's based on merit. It won't get tougher for you. It would just be that you're more equipped, built for this. You were built for this. You used to this. Okay, that song about Future. But also, I used to on my channel, I used to say that thing, and then Jesus used to cringe, and they ultimately told me, why he used to cringe, and and sometimes I would say it to beat people to it, like, oh yeah, you don't know how to sing like that. You're not a singer. Stop singing. Oh, stop. And people would come and say that to me as well. So prove me right. I mean, validate me even more in that regard. To think that, like, consider the fact that I'm not a trained singer. But Jesus ended up telling me, like, the people who think I sound bad because Jesus loves how I sing, Jesus loves that I sing and stuff like that, hearing me sing, wants me to sing all the time if I can, or whatever, Yeah, and then so thank you for that. I saw that. Okay. I saw that. Thank you. I'd be so relying on these fucking backup cameras. But yeah, so he was like, yeah, if they don't like how you sing, it's because they're not on your same vibration. Because sound, frequency, vibration, all that goes together. So they may be hearing what your voice sounds like up top here, because they're so far below. They're at a low vibration. They can't hear it that well. They in the nosebleeds and shit, okay? So, I used to even say that, like, it's because you're not on my same vibration. If you don't like how I sing, you're not on my same vibration. Not to say that you need to like how I sing in order to be at a high vibration. But if you make an effort to let me know that you don't like that I sing, it's because you at a low vibration, motherfucker. You didn't have to even take time out your day to tell me that, all right? I ain't hurting nobody. I've heard people who are worse than me, and they've been given the liberty to sing what the fuck they want to, how long they want to, whatever they want to. It's our party, we can do what we want to. It's our daughter, we say what we want to. It's our house, we can whatever we want to. It's my mouth, I can say what I want to. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. We can't stop, no, and we won't stop, no. Can you see it's we who own the night? Can you see it's we who about that life? Oh, we can't stop, and we won't stop. And it's nothing that nobody can't take nothing from nobody. Yeah, yeah, it's our body. We can do what we ooh, 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 yeah. Okay. Someone could like to play softball, basketball, football, soccer. But yeah, that's Miley Cyrus, okay? Where we can't stop. And sometimes it comes out, that song comes out for me when it's a whole bunch of a coven of bitches, especially, but just this party ass coven or cult, saying like, no matter what you say, we can't stop. It's like we can't help it. We can't help to be who we are, and it's not in a good way. They like, I can't stop doing these bad things. I can't stop killing people. I can't stop hurting people. I can't stop saying stupid shit. I can't. Like, I have no capability of it. But I believe they've just come to that point of acceptance. And that is the acceptance of refusing to move on. So now, anything right now is going to be harder for you because you've already declared defeat. You already declared to be at the bottom level, yelling, hello, hello. Anyone up there, up there, up there. And you hoping when somebody come out and open the gate for your ass. No, we're not. All right. We gone inside already. Okay. We're enjoying ourselves. That's the party we can't stop. Okay. Don't stop. Don't stop the beat. Don't stop. Can't stop the beat. It go do, 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 do. Everybody move your feet into the night. Oh, oh. Everybody move your feet into the night. Oh, do, 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 do. Okay. That is junior, senior, move your feet. Someone could be a junior or senior in whatever school, okay? Or you in your junior or senior year of something, okay? See, y'all learning. Y'all matriculating. Love that. I love that, okay? Are we going from a junior to a senior? Okay. Are we on the same page now? Okay. Have we developed, have we developed enough to move from the page to the knight and to the queen and to the king now, all right? Have we done that? Look at that. The royal court just coming through. But yeah, so another thing I said about Jesus is he's a wonderful counselor, okay? And so I don't even mind sharing my shit no more, okay? I don't like to share my shit. I don't even like to share my shit no more, okay? Because I'm happy having these conversations with God, okay? See, that's why they be hating. Because they can't have that type of shit. So they will say some stupid shit like, oh, they talking to themselves. Oh, they doing this. They doing that. Like, okay. I'm glad you think so. Good. Stay the fuck away from me then. Because some of these people be looking at crazy people like they're yucky. I did a reading about that a few months ago that said, it's just that you get along with a whole bunch of crazy people when they don't. That's why. Not even they don't just get along with them. They can't be around them. They treat them like they're the yuck. But some of these crazy people have a point. Unless you're just absolutely cooped out. And that will be now them on your side. It ain't that bad to be crazy, okay? Actually, you're going to want to be in our club later. And too bad we may not be at this state of mind, okay? See? Accept this shit in the current state. Because it's going to get harder to get to us, to reach us. Hello, we're not available to come to the phone right now. Please leave a message. Oh, I've been trying to get in touch with you. I'm trying to catch you. I'm trying to catch you. And some of you guys are going to have that voicemail machine where you can hear the voicemail as it's coming. I'm just not available for you, okay? Who's to say I could come back here? I don't want to come back here, okay? You still doing that, okay? You still studying that? Okay, now you're the yucky. See, you should have been crazy. You should have been crazy. You should have been crazy and didn't treat us like that. You shouldn't have alienated us, all right? You should have been crazy. You will be where we are. Ooh. You should have talked to Jesus, okay? I don't know who you was talking to. You should have been declared yourself crazy, okay? Who you was talking to? Because the reason why I started to believe, in like spirituality in general, because God told me, or gave me the thought, however you want to look at it. But, I believe God told me, it was like, when those people would be saying like, God told me to tell you this. What do they think they hearing that from? Like, For them to even come up and say that, whether they believe it or not, know how to utilize this gift or not. Where do they think it came from? So I was like, you're right. You're right. Mm-hmm. So I was like, and especially with church people. Church people always saying that. They hypocritical ass, okay? Yeah, God don't like the church, okay? Because God ain't in the church no more. They took the church out. They thought God was crazy, basically. Or God thought they was crazy and left their ass where they was at. But more than that. God saw they ass just walking around here with these big ass fans and this mask on. That tickle you got? Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's tickling God. I thought this person had a beard with a wig on. No judgment. But they be turning up their nose. I'm like, you got your own shit to deliver for, okay? You should shut the fuck up then. All right, just shut the fuck up. Mind your business. Mind your business. Just mind your business, okay? Someone's name could be Ashley, first, middle, last name, or nickname. Will Smith. I forget what her real name is. I used to know her real name. She grew up to be such a beautiful young lady. Carlton, Phil. Uncle Phil could be one of your angels. Vivian, Nikki. First, middle, last name, or nickname. Okay, Nikki, nickname. Okay, but yeah. And then I also said that God, Jesus is a mighty God. Okay, a mighty God and a Prince of Peace. Okay, that knighthood versus kingship. Look at that. But I list the kingship first. Love it. Wasn't thinking about that logic. But look how naturally things are unfolding. Woo, Jesus. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. What's his name? Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. He will slay you, slay you, slay you. He will slay you, slay you, slay you. He will slay you, slay you, slay you. What's his name? Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. What's his name? Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Oh, what's his name? Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. It's something about the name Jesus. It's something about the name Jesus. It is the sweetest name I know. Oh, how I love the name Jesus. Oh, how I love the name Jesus. Oh, how I love the name Jesus. It is the sweetest name. I forgot the song that fast. That is Ty Tribute, Kurt Franklin as well. I know. Oh yeah, I know. Sweetest name I know. I know. I know. I know grease in the well. I don't know what it's called. Slick a can of oil. Somebody busted. And from that song Busted by the Isley Brothers. Frank, please hear me out. Ain't nothing to talk about. I can explain everything right now. I want you out this house. Baby, please, one more chance. Let me tell you where I've been. Quit wasting my time and say what's on your mind. Me and some girlfriends, we went dancing. Who? Me, Shaniqua, Shaquan, and Robin. If y'all went shopping, why didn't you just check second. First and then I thought my sailor was off. But earlier you said dancing. When I just asked, you said shopping. Tell me which one you were doing. Oh, baby, I must be confused. Damn right, real damn confused. Tell me where you been dancing. Dancing where? The name of the club. Kissing what time it is? I think 1 or 2. I think time it is. Think 3, 4. That's one thing I gotta know. At first you said dancing, but now you say shopping. Go upstairs. You busted, pack your bags. You bust while you at it. Busted, call a cab, cause you busted, it's obvious. You playing around, no I'm not. Go upstairs and get your shit and get the fuck up out of here now. Baby, I'm a victim of circumstances. Why you don't believe me, I don't understand it. Trying to snick a cannonball, who you think you fooling? And get up out my face, baby, but I guess another case waiting times. You bust, pack your bags, I don't wanna add it. Call a cab, why for what? It's obvious. You playing around, no I'm not. Go upstairs and get your shit now. Get up out of here now. I am not a victim. No, I am a survivor. See, look. You're not a victim, okay? You just taking control of your life. You taking your life back, you taking your soul back. You taking your life back, yes. Oh, yeah. You're taking control of your life. I love that because your life depends on it. I'm not a victim. No. I am a survivor. I'm a survivor. It says Channel Survivor by Destiny's Child. Okay, you belong to Destiny. Love it. Your destiny is here. Someone's name is Destiny or something like that. Okay. A nation, a whole nation. You will rule a nation. Okay. Under nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Wow. I pledge allegiance to the flag, or to God. How about that? I pledge allegiance to God, okay, of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Pledge of allegiance, okay? We are survivors. We not gonna give up. We not gonna stop. We gonna work harder. We wishing you the best. We pray that you are blessed. No success, no stress, and less of happiness. We better than that. We not gonna blast you on the radio. We better than that. We not gonna lie you. You hear me though? We better than that. And we ain't gonna hate on you in the magazine. We better than that. We not gonna compromise our spirituality, and we not gonna dish you on the internet, cause God taught us better than that. We are survivors. We not gonna give up. Nope. Okay, that was Kelly part. Okay, somebody's name could really be Kelly, but Aquarius could be significant. A woman Leo, or a woman Virgo. Beyonce keep coming out. If I ain't got nothing, I got you. If I ain't got something, I don't give a damn, cause I got it with you. I don't know much about algebra, but I know 1 + 1 = 2. And it's me and you. That's all we'll have when the world is through. Baby, we ain't got nothing without love. Darling, you got enough for the both of us. So come on, baby, make love to me when my days look low. Hold me in close and don't let me go. Make love to me the wars at war. Let Lord hit us all. Let me let down my God and make love to me. Oh, make love to me. Is that a guitar? I play with this kitty like you play with your guitar. I'm feeling myself. 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 Look, I like him. Money. I really want to see somebody. All the bad bitch needed somebody. That's Cardi B. It was 2 songs I was referencing. I don't even remember. I like I can't. Oh, Girls Like You with Maroon 5 and Cardi B. Or Adam Levine. Those names and initials could be significant. And then the first one was Beyonce, if y'all ain't know. 1 + 1, okay? Somebody really in school. Okay, so this is resonating. All right. I see it. All right. My palace is laid like some bomb edges. Okay, all attitude up in here. Okay, so I got this shit laid out. You need to tell them, okay? I got Jesus. Long as I got King Jesus. Long as I got King Jesus. Long as I got, don't need nobody else. I've been lied on. Have you ever been lied on? Have you ever been lied on? Used, cheated, talked about, mistreated, abused, talked about all night long. I mean, down, almost to the ground. Long as I got King Jesus, long as I got King Jesus, I know he's a burden bear. I know he's a heaven child. Good God, bridge over water. I know a doctor and a lawyer. He'll be friend when you're friendless. He'll be mother when you're lifeless. He'll be bringing you lonely. He'll be a couple when you're lonely. Oh, I got him. Long as I got King Jesus, I know he's a burden bear. I know he's a heavy child. Good God, bridge over. That's Vicky Winans, huh? Mm-hmm. But yeah, as long as we got Jesus, our palace is laid. Okay, we got a mansion in heaven. We got a mansion over in glory, 'cause I knew home is worth fighting for. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Life with you is worth fighting for. Eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard all the plans you have for me. But there is so much more still worth fighting for. That's Paul S. Morton, worth fighting for. You met me. I thought I was hearing the first part of the song. You left me. I think it starts like that. I don't know. But also I was thinking about Mary Mary's song. I worship you. I was lost. You came and found me. You left your throne thinking about me. You bled and died to show me mercy. You gave your all when you saw my need. I was empty. You came and filled me. I was blinded. You helped me to see. I was broken, you made me whole again. I felt like nothing, and you gave me confidence. And I'm filled with so much gratitude. Words are not enough to explain the magnitude, the passion of my love. Oh, you took everything I was and made me who I am. And now with all I am, I worship you. You took everything I was and made me who I am. And with all I am, I worship you. I worship you. I was blinded and then I was crying. And you were strength when I was dying. And you were right, and I was so wrong. A melody when I had no song, and I feel with so much gratitude. Words are not enough to explain the magnitude, passion of my love. Oh, you took everything I was and who I am. And with all I am, I worship you. You took everything I was and made me what I am. And with all I am, I worship you. I worship you. I worship you. You are my friend. I worship you. There was always a sound that precedes the move of God. Always a sound that precedes the move of God. Whenever there's a move of God, there's always a sound before it. Hallelujah. I have won the victory. Hallelujah. You have won it all for me. Death could not hold you down. You are the risen King or Queen, seated in majesty. You are the risen King or Queen. I can't remember who sings that, but a Baptist church sings that. It's called, I can't even remember what that is called. The anthem, okay? The anthem, as well, and them, okay? Including someone or not including someone. But I'm hearing more inclusion. And before that was Mary, and Mother Mary could be close to you. Mama Maratha, Santa Maratha, okay? Santeria, which is mostly practiced by Catholics, or it derives from, like, it's related to Catholics as well. And Mary is associated. She's worshipped in Catholicism. Like even someone knowing you need to worship, or knowing you need to worship this person or this particular woman, okay? Purity, virgin energy. Might as well be. You might as well do it. You do since you're in Rome, since you're on this platform right now, or, not technically, but it could be. If y'all new here, welcome. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and trusting me to be your reader. If you're OG here, what up? Thank you for tuning back in and trusting me again to be your reader. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, so like you might as well, do what the Romans do. You're on this platform, able to accept or not accept. So you might as well accept. Might as well accept it. Accept this fact, whatever that fact is. Because look, it gets harder. Do you want to go with or without Jesus? Okay? Do you want your palace to be anointed with Jesus? Do you want your palace to be inviting for Jesus? Do you want Jesus to want to come into your house? Okay. In the Bible, there was one point when Jesus arrived in a certain town or a certain place to do one of his lectures. Like, his presence was everything. Okay. Red carpet event every time. All right. And he when he was leaving, he saw, I want to say his name was Zacharias, the tax person, the person that this person thought he did so much sin because he was a tax collector. Because during those time, like, it was very serious as well, to pay your debts, okay? Or not, promise to pay your debt. If you're not going to pay it, don't borrow without the intent to pay it, basically. They took that more seriously than, almost anything, honestly, that they could kind of get away with, and it kind of justified itself. So I think Zacharias, like, he thought when Jesus came up, he could be healed by him, or or he was even kind of embarrassed, like, of what he's done thus far. But he climbed up on the tree to get closer to Jesus or see Jesus better or something like that in the crowd. And Jesus was walking out after he finished, and he pointed at him and was like, "I'm coming home with you tonight. Like, I'm coming home with you tonight." Like, so even you guys, like, or us as, servants of Jesus, Jesus is expecting a certain thing from you, okay? Not to pay it back, but you to be ready for a certain thing, okay? Well, yeah. And I always think that is funny, when I read that, when I read that in the Bible, I always thought it was funny. Like, he just pointed at him. I was like, Jesus, or he was just trying to get Jesus' attention for his stuff, and he was like, actually, matter of fact, I'm coming home with you tonight. I was actually coming here to see you. Like, you don't want to be in my house. I'm a bad man. I've been collecting taxes, and shit like that. Like, somebody could be a tax collector as well. Something about a breast or a chest, like they probably hold their chest, or they're maybe getting in trouble for something. Oh my goodness. I praise and worship happily with my positive spiritual community, okay? And even then, it's like Jesus saw no wrong really in him, because of his remorse, probably, or it was something like that, or he forgave him, very easily and quickly, because that's not the shit he worried about. He worried about worried about him being mad at it, basically. He worried about you caring whether or not he likes that or not, okay? No regard for Jesus some of these people have. I don't think that was yesterday. But you saw me yesterday and you didn't give me no like coming up in my chat. But yeah, I'm a money magnet, a money magnet. A money magnet, a money magnet. Money just comes to me easily. Money just comes to me easily. Money magnet, a money magnet. A money magnet, a money magnet. Money just comes to me easily. Money just comes to me easily, and it stays. And it's quick. I don't have to wait. Immediately, please, okay? Immediately, okay? But those songs that we were seeing earlier, they both reference thrones, or like like leaving your current state of mind, staying being, leaving a current atmosphere that you were comfortable in, to come down to do something for me in the greater good, in the name of greater good as well, but that now is that what you guys been doing, so God don't have to come off their throne, is making you go to your own throne. See, you created your own throne, or they created one to give to you, but you're going to be able to create your own throne now. You have access to create your own throne, ability, authorization to create your own throne. But yeah, that's my song, Money Magnet. But it says I'm a money magnet, a money magnet. This card, and then it's none that's energy, okay? Our ETs, like some of us are ETs, okay? Extra terrestrial, okay? Terrain, extra people that live on the ground, okay? They will probably call us crazy. We get crazy, we get crazy, okay? But none that is his. She has a counterpart. His name is Nun. More a father god type of energy, and she's mother god type of energy. And I was just saying, like, you gotta learn to worship this woman. Give this woman her flowers, her crown. There's a big crown on hers, and I know I drew a really big crown on Nuns, but even that nun energy, like you're not at the stage where you have to worry about anything, or you're not at the stage where you're operating out of survival. You're not having to be a survivor. If anything, you're a survivor as if it's past tense. We're referencing past tense to identify and label you, but we're not operating in that survival anymore. In that space, we're not on that platform. Okay. We're just equipped with a survivor's mentality. We were equipped with the armor of survivor. We're badged and honored as the armor. As a survivor. Okay, don't get it twisted. Okay, I'm a 5-star bitch, and I ain't that other bitch. She be struggling for hers from the womb. I've been rich. I ain't gotta talk about the money and the shoot game. All you have to do is Google Trina, see the poof game. Ain't none of these bras doing good in the recession. Their cars get declined. Now they suffering a depression. I'm all signing all type of deals and eating all type of meals. I'm a 5-star bitch eating 5-star meals. My whole lifestyle is like coming to America. You see my Louis luggage, see my bag, how I carry her. Walking in the airport like I'm in the parade. On the underground posting, logging on the E-Trade. You a 5-star bitch. You a 5-star bitch. You a 5-star bitch. You's a 5-star. I want a 5-star bitch. I want a 5-star bitch. I need a 5-star bitch. I want a 5-star bitch. I just had an epiphany. I need to go to Tiffany. Fendi on my slippers and my cookies always slippery. I don't need help. I pay the bills on time. And I be yelling fucking with a don't fine. Bye, little mama, you a 3-star. I ain't sleeping when I say I'm in my dream car. Look, the I stutter, Harajuku high fit, I'm Barbie, I'm hot. I think it's time to put the rice in. I was in a chair, I was gluing my weave in. When you hit the stage, you was booing, they was booing and weaving. No money, red flags, no more auditions. Ask Little Rain who the 5-star bitches. Okay, that's 5-star chick with Yo Gotti, Gucci Man, I believe. And Trina with Nikki. Okay, I started singing, or rapping, trying to rap Trina part, because she said she be struggling for hers, but from the womb, I've been rich. Some of y'all have royal wombs, okay? The ability to create royalty, all right? But I was saying that because we was talking about the surviving. You just wear the armor of a survivor. Like, you could get with that, okay? You willing to engage with that, okay? If it comes in your way, in your fields, you know how to handle it, okay? But we don't operate in that. She said none of these broads doing good in a recession, I believe. She's like, none of these bras doing good in a recession. Their cars getting declined. We don't know what that is, okay? If we get our cars declined, we just forgot the pin or something, all right? That's it, or entered it wrong on accident or something. We make a mistake, all right? But we don't know about that. We don't know about, like, barely knowing if there's enough on our car before we swipe it. We don't know nothing about that, okay? Or we ain't dealing with that no more. We not living in that energy no more, okay? These bitches got accustomed to that, okay? These bitches they camping out for that shit, okay? With that shit, in that shit, okay? Getting prepared in that shit, getting comfortable in that shit. We not, okay? We comfortable on our thrones, whatever way that may be. Just because we don't have our actual throne, don't mean we don't have a throne. God gives us a throne in many ways. God gives us a way to sit down, all right? We're going to be able to sit no matter what, all right? But yeah, hi, Nanette, okay? Nanette, what's up, girl? Okay, what's up? You could be seeing people, purple and silver. That is God-like energy, God and Goddess energy. God is God, all right? There are higher powers protecting me. God is God. Okay, be still and know I'm God. I ain't even got to see I ain't got to see the card to know God is here. Okay, I know it. All right, Santa Marata. I knew it. Love that. Okay, there are higher powers protecting me. Death, the mother of death. Okay, Mommy Mare. Okay, well, Mommy Mare Cleo, you ain't Mommy Mare mode. Okay, I'm scared of you. I'm scared. Okay, I'm scared. Okay, Santa Marata. Santa Claus is coming to town, okay? Something about Christmas, okay? This Christmas, hang on the mistletoe. Girl, I'm gonna get to know you better. This Christmas, as we laugh and trim the tree, how fun it's gonna be together this Christmas. The fireside is blazing bright. Oh, we're caroling through the night, and this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Whoa, yeah. We can get together and make this Christmas right. And maybe some of you guys never had a Christmas as well. Somebody wanted to cry, okay? So they missed out as well. I am loved and adorned by many in reverse, okay? So somebody is hating on how much you loved and adorned, okay? Because they could just hate that they can't penetrate who you are. Let my love adorn you. Please, baby. Yeah, yeah. We gotta know. We gotta know. You know that I adore you. Yeah, baby. These hands can't wait to touch your skin. Yeah, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And these eyes can't wait to see you again. Oh, baby, just let my love adorn you. Please, baby, yeah, yeah, we gotta know. You gotta know. You know that I adore you. Please, baby, oh, this fist will always protect you, baby, oh, and this mine would never neglect you. Oh, anything trying to bring us down, it don't let that affect us. Oh, yeah, 'cause you gotta let my love always adore you. Yeah, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, God could be, saying this to you. Most importantly, you're like, yeah, but everybody hate how I love you, okay? How much I love you, 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 much I love you. Why they have to lie to you? Why they have to lie to you? Why they had to lie to you? Why? I was trying to remix Ashanti, okay? Ashanti. The way that I love you, okay? The way you do the things you do. Oh, baby. Wanted to, but I can tell the way you do the things you do. Oh, baby. You got a smile so sweet. You could have been a model. You taste so sweet. You could have been something like that. You could be anything that you wanted to, but I could tell the way you do the things you do. Oh, baby, do the things you do. Do. Is that Temptations? I can't remember who that is. But the things you do, I think. And I was also getting, ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you. Babe, don't you know that I'm in the sea, you set me free. And you know me, you can always count on me, darling. From that day on, I've been in and out, and in a hurry, some way, somehow. And baby, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you. But don't you know that Marvin Gaye and Tammy something, okay? Those names and initials could be significant. No. I don't want no problems. Woo. I don't want no problems. Woo. I don't want no problems. Woo. I don't want no problem with you. And I hope you feel that too. Yeah. Because they going to have to hold me back. Push that, hold me back. Yeah, push that, bitch, hold me back. Yeah, I ain't violent and stuff like that. But, somebody is, giving me the energy of someone wants to be violent, okay? E-Boogie's not violent. So if it's directed towards me or just the collective, we not violent, okay? But don't push this, okay? But we gonna give you home court advantage. We gonna let you hit and swing and attack first, okay? So we know, for sure, we need to attack and exercise our authority, our power, exert our energy. Sometimes y'all just be all bark, no bite. Y'all won't go closer. Y'all won't get closer. Come closer. Or are you too close? Baby, no, I'm grinding. You stepping too close. Okay? You getting real close. Okay? And it's making it hard for us. So get back. Okay? Get back. You don't know me like that. Get back. You don't know me like that. Woo. And so that was Ludacris, a little Scrappy. I was hearing, next, okay? Or somebody was the next, they was a rebound or something like that. They got your leftovers or something like that. Listen, little girl, I know you don't understand, but you're going to have to understand. He's your man now. What we had is gone. Gone as can be. And it's stronger than any lie you could think about me. I know your heart. Well, I probably don't. But your roots is dug up, or our roots is dug up. So you might as well give up. That's Jill Scott. I was trying to remix it, okay? But yeah. I don't want no problems. I ain't trying to play no games. Okay? I ain't got time for games. I played many games, okay? Okay? And we started talking about that at the beginning. So I think I'm going to leave it here, okay? Right, nice and neat, okay? Oh, yeah, we breaking generational curses. Okay, what is this? All right. Yeah. Okay, I'm about to wrap it up. Okay? Because I feel the nasty ass energy, okay? I am very determined is in reverse. Goddess Neith is the mother of God. So you need to recognize who made that, okay? Who created Jesus? I mean, who birthed Jesus? Who carried Jesus? Okay? The mother is very important, okay? It's a primary, essential part of a child's life and a family's life. Okay? The mother is the heart of a family. If she chooses to be. Sometimes the dad got to be that. But he already that. He's already in the king energy. He's not qualified to be a queen. You know, he's qualified to be a king. But he can know what a queen knows as well, you know? But even in that, you're considering a mother. You're considering what to fill that space with if you take the mother out. Don't try it. Like we're saying, accept the current state of where things are or being decided to go. Don't try to create no other options. Don't try to do anything else. Don't perform another motherfucking plan. Because we will neatly get you out of here. Neat sits on top of the sun. She could go up to the sun and talk to it, okay? Without feeling not a lick of burnt on her. Not smelling like smoke. Or nothing. Give a fuck. She is that bitch. She will always be considered. Her throne will always belong to her. Even when you take her out, she gonna go back to her throne. She gonna go back to her throne. Her rightful place. So leave the fucking mothers alone. We ain't gonna tell you again. We not. See? It's gonna get harder from this. Alright? Leave them alone. Leave them the fuck alone. Hear me? Leave them the fuck alone. Leave them the fuck alone. And I look at Goddess Neat as a neat goddess. She's clean. Clear cut. Someone made themselves clear. And they're refusing to accept that. See? They're not accepting things at its current state. I, along with my ancestors, present and future generations to come, are all healed from any trauma, wounds, poverty, and patterns that are negative or hindering. We spoke about patterns. I forgot. See? I like patterns. See? Amen. Amen. Let the church say amen. Let the church say amen. God has spoken. Let the church say amen. Thank you. Yeah. Let the church, let them say amen. If you believe the word, let the whole church say amen. God has spoken. Let the church say amen. Lift your hands. Lift your hands. Surrender. God has spoken. Let the church say amen. That's what I better be in that church doing. Yeah, some of them gathered on this early Saturday morning. What time is it? 9:44, but they was here way before that. Okay, way before that. Okay, I've been here on 2 hours. Yeah, it be groups of people watching me, and it just looks like nobody's watching me. But it's okay. I do it full out anytime, baby, okay? I do it right the first time, so I don't have to do it again, okay? If I'm doing it again, I'm just trying to increase my skills. See, it's always just more, all right? You can't handle it. You can't handle it. I did a reading not too long ago that said, they're right. They can't stand you. They right. They right. I don't remember what the else was, but They right. They can't stand you. All right? You right. You can't stand in front of me. Can't stand next to me. You can't even stand next to my chair, my throne. You can't sit at my table. You can't stand even there as my butler. You can't stand in the fucking nosebleeds. You can't stand, okay? Because the heat of this fire is going to spread to where you are, to lengths, far lengths, once it starts. See, it gets harder from here. That fire is going to get bigger and bigger. We gonna run this magic brush your lips and set your house on fire. Yeah. Okay, we will. All right. That's my remix to Fire and Desire by Rick James and Tina Marie. Okay. Don't you dare try to play with my emotions. Don't you dare, okay? Don't you dare try to play with my emotions. Don't take my soul. Don't try to fuck with my soul, okay? Don't touch my soul, all right? I've asked you nicely. I've even requested. So now I demand and command in my power, by the power invested in me. In the name of every slide, in the name of every request, in the name of every ask. I did a reading about that. In the name of every, I said, see, God will let you slide. But in the name of every slide, ooh, God let you slide, forgive you, even probably forget sometime. You know, on purpose, of course, okay? Because we never forget, okay? We never, okay? We need that experience, okay? We need it. You know? But once your slides are up, once God said you've done enough, you slid enough, all right? I'm taking the slide away. Actually, no, I'm going to leave the slide there and take you away, all right? We ain't got to keep making y'all comfortable because y'all don't deserve shit. We ain't got to keep moving for you. No, you move, bitch. Okay? Move, bitch. Okay? Move, bitch. We not doing that. We not moving for you. We move for no one. How about that? But after that last slide, that's the slide right there. Acceptance or not, right? You chose not to accept this even. All right. I got you. Yep. And this gonna be everything I get you for. It's gonna be in the name of every slide. Okay. We've come this far by slides. Yeah, you come this far by slides. Okay. You only got this far because we let you slide here. Okay. But we gonna slip and slide your ass back off of our slide, and you ain't gonna even be able to be comfortable sliding no more. Okay. You gonna wonder what you did wrong. Look at me. What did I do wrong? Please forgive me. I will come home. I'm going down. I would like that slide back. My ass hurt. Okay. All that shit. You gonna slide in the mud. Okay. Not even the mud, the smooth mud either. Nah. You want to play tug of war? We got tired of you trying to make us almost fall in the fucking mud puddle, okay? Now we gonna pull you in a puddle real quick and we gonna go, okay? Take our rope with us and everything, all right? It's our victory. We got the victory, yeah. We got the victory, yeah. Oh, yes. We got the victory, yes. We got the victory, yeah. Oh, yes. Yolanda Adams, victory. But yeah, We got the victory in Jesus, okay? We do. We do. As long as we got King Jesus. We don't need nobody else, all right? And you lucky we even in your presence right now. The fuck? What the fuck? All right? Anyway, we got 2 channel songs back to back. Talking to the Moon by Bruno Mars, okay? And the moon is currently still out at this moment in time. She's in the 3rd quarter, right? Or she's heading to the last quarter. Or he is. All right. Last quarter. Make it count. Make it happen. Do your shit. Pop your shit. Okay. Talk that shit. Talk that shit. Okay. Chris Brown name. Song. I don't remember how it go. But yeah. But I hear it. Talk that shit. But we talking to the moon, okay? Talking to our mamas, okay? We going to tell our mama. I'm going to call my mama. Call your mama. I'm going to tell my mama. Tell your mama, all right? You so bad, all right? You think you bad now. We going to see who's bad, okay? Who's bad? Who's bad, okay? You ain't bad. You ain't nothing, okay? You ain't nothing, okay? Because if you think you more bad than me, you ain't nothing then, all right? Because competition, I don't see any, okay? Take it to the head. I will take it to the head, okay? We're going to take it to the house. We're going to take it outside, okay? Take your ass outside like some trash. There's been times people would betray me or, kick me out of a certain space, and I would feel like they kicked me in my ass and threw me out like some trash. It don't feel fun, huh? It don't feel fun now, huh? Because I know what's happening to you. Church of Las Vegas. Churches chicken could be significant as well. Y'all ain't like that, huh? I try not to do it, all right? I try not to, all right? I was just going to keep that shit to myself. But yeah, sorry. Get it together then. Just get it together. Take it as, I don't know, feedback. Opinions, a suggestion box or something. Don't get mad and hurt people because of that, all right? You got to also consider, the thought, even the hesitancy that goes into when someone's saying something about you that you didn't like. And they may not know you wouldn't like it, they didn't mean no harm. You got to consider that, all right? That's where some of y'all toxicity start. Y'all don't consider that. And it'd be based on what motherfuckers did to y'all in the past. I ain't paying for another motherfucker's mistakes, okay? Because I don't make you pay for another motherfucker's mistakes, okay? And if you bring it up to me that you think that I'm making you pay their mistakes, trust me, I will do some revamping, okay? So I expect you to do the same. Because sometimes we're just not aware. We're just naive to the fact that we are doing that. Doesn't make us a bad person. We're good enough for you to be, even one to point that out to us. But some of us don't even get that mercy because they don't think we're good enough. Too bad you were wrong. Wrong answer. Get it right. But talking to the moon. We talking to the moon right now. A Libra man could be significant. I know you. I was about to just. I was just about to talk the lyrics. I know you're somewhere out there, somewhere far away. I want you back. I want you back. My neighbors think I'm crazy, but they don't understand. You're all I had. You're all I had. At night when the stars light up my room, I sit by myself talking to the moon, trying to get to you, in hopes you're on the other side, talking to me too. Or am I a fool who sits alone, talking to the moon? I'm feeling like I'm famous, the talk of the town. They say I've gone mad. Yeah, I've gone mad. But they don't know what I know. 'Cause when the sun goes down, someone's talking back. Yeah, they're talking back. Oh, at nights when the stars light up my room, I sit by myself, talking to the moon, trying to get to you, and hold you on the other side, talking to me too. Or am I a fool who sits alone, talking to the moon? Oh yeah. Do you ever hear me calling? Cause every night I'm talking to the moon, still trying to get to you, and knows you on the other side, talking to me too. Or am I a fool who sits alone, talking to the moon? I know you're somewhere out there, somewhere far away. Also, someone could be ruled by Mars, like an Aries or something like that, or Scorpio. Could be significant. But yeah, Libra, man, or someone who looks like Bruno Mars, or possibly could remind you of Bruno Mars. But so many things came out in that song that we talked about already. Wow, that's so beautiful. Yeah, all of that. They think I'm crazy. They think I've gone mad. You're the talk of the town. You know, people are always talking about you, gossip kills. This is why you're going through karma, bitch. Okay. Taurus could be significant. I could be singing that on the behalf of a Taurus or about a Taurus. A neighbor could be significant. The stars light up your room. You know, God said to Abraham, you'll rule a nation as big as the star in the sky, or you'll give birth to many children in as many as stars of the skies. Like, and even not giving birth per se, going through the labor part is like, you know, like you're waking a lot of people up. You're what's it called when they say you're reborn and saved and stuff like that. Your churches up in here, churches. All right, churches be mad at me. I don't know what more to do. Why don't you just change who you are? You trying to get me to change who I am? Like you sitting here studying, thinking of ways of how to tell me I need to change, huh? I don't need to. You do. All right? That's how you sitting here watching me. I'm not watching you. I don't know who you are. I probably do though, but you know, essentially, I'm not thinking about that. Mama. Somebody baby just start saying mama. Now she wants to shut up. Now she wants to shut up. Mama. Daddy feeling left out. He like, did you just say daddy first? Or did somebody say mama first? Okay, that's so cute. I heard that. And then I'm Real by J-Lo and Ja Rule. What's my motherfucking name? Are you Ellie? Ruling. We about to rule. It's Mary Jane, we analyzing the game, and the game just chose me. Ruling, the pussy niggas all in the same. Ever since you told me it's only room for two, I be making less room for you, and only God can hold me. Love me, hug me, judge me. The only man that hovers above me. Holla. I've been so many men, and it's like they're all the same. My appetite for loving is now my hunger pain. me. And when I'm feeling sexy, who's supposed to comfort me? My only problem is their insecurities. Yeah, arguing on the phone. Yeah, telling all your friends. Yeah, and all and understand my love, 'cause I'm real. The way you walk, the way you move, the way you talk, real. The way you stand, the way you look, the style your hair. The way you smile, the way you smell, the drive means I'm real. And I can't go without you. And I've been thinking about this relationship. Wondering if this is as good as it gets. And it wasn't in the first time. We've been bad time. Even that time, maybe it was our time. And you're looking like you happy, like you wasn't happy. And not knowing that we grown and we getting married. All loving, straight thugging. Bitch, I ain't doing this shit for nothing. And we can get it hopping. The striding in the cans, the sun glistening on the skin. Hey, I'm nasty. You know me, and it's standing with fuck you, baby, 'cause I'm real. The way you walk, the way you look, 'cause I'm real. The style your hair. They be loving me and hating me, treating me ungratefully, and not knowing they ain't making me or breaking me. I like my living to my living, and I love it, and I can breathe again. Baby, now I can breathe again. It ain't out what you feel with you and so. I tell them mind their business, and they don't hear me though. And I live my life to the limit, and I love it, and I can breathe again. Baby, now I can breathe again. Sorry to be alone. Yeah, still arguing on the phone. Yeah, just telling all your friends. Yeah, you know they understand. I love. Okay, but yeah, she said, they not making me or breaking me. I live my life to the limit, and I love it. Okay, I'm kind of getting lost there, but it's like, yeah, see, your life is considered. Okay, is best for your life. Whatever. Decision you have to make is best for your life. Okay, and a lot of people are taking this decision seriously now, and they didn't before. But don't dwell in that area too long. Okay, of remorse and regret and all that type of stuff. If you feel that, but feel it if you want to and process it. Okay, but move on from that, because at least that's something to be mad at. Like, at least you mad at that. You're not mad at even just not being able to get there now, as well. So future is very significant. The artist could be, but your future, like focusing on your future right now is very significant. Like, even kind of neglecting the past. I mean, kind of, yeah, you could neglect the past a bit. You shouldn't, because the past teaches you lessons. You don't know where you're going unless you know where you come from. And you could consider that to know when you're being faced with the option of whether you should quit or not. Okay, whether it's you facing yourself with that option or somebody else. But even almost like leaving that behind, but only temporarily, sitting into the side where you can see it, kind of. And then even your present, like the present is like you're living there, but you're not too I scratch my nose, so I'm on the nose, but you're not like too focused on that. Even you can look at it in a positive way, like maybe presently your life is not how you want it to be in the future, and that's why you got to kind of ignore it or live as if you're in the future now, because you got to be delusional a bit for this. Whatever this is, whatever's resonating and hitting your spirit and your intuition is telling you right now. God, Vishnu, he's the God of preservation. He's in reverse. I am a servant, or I'm of service, and yes, someone didn't think they were a servant. Okay, and you were more of a more than they thought they were, more than a servant could be. Okay, and not knowing it, to be a servant is a privilege. It's to show that you've been preserved. We got God Vishnu, we here. It's a privilege to be preserved, to be saved, to be reborn. It's a privilege not some type of trend that you guys have adopted over the years. Must be a police. Someone's name could be Nunu as well. Ends with an Ish, I-S-H, or Isha, or Sean, Vashon as well. But Vishnu, okay? He's a counterpart to Lakshmi, okay? Which is the goddess of prosperity. Y'all know her as Lakshmi. She's like, I'm not associated with lack. So how could I be Lakshmi, okay? Unless you just considering like what I'm not, okay? But a name is a name, okay? A name defines me or presents me. It may not define me so much, but it presents me. And I uphold that presentation. How about that? I care about that presentation and how it unfolds. And I highlighted ant on here, as to even mean the bugs. The insect of an ant. The ant creature, the ant colony. And, like how they do all things together. They're always working. They hardly ever sleep as well. So these people, like, we're looking at these traits in you or themselves and abusing them, taking advantage of them for you. But with them, because they never sleep, they can't be by themselves so much, so they do shit at night. Or they claim to go to sleep really early, but they really don't want to be bothered. They really might as well put their shit on do not disturb. But they try to set the stage of they go to sleep early. When I shine my light, the whole world benefits. This is Maxim energy. One of Yeshua's kids. He had 4 kids, Maxim, Seneca, Sarah, and Salome. And Salome had to be under the guise that she was Mother Mary's kid because, of course, of what happened to Jesus. Okay, they had to flee. They was always on a run after that. But they did get to refuge and was able to cultivate a life. Okay. So that is coming for you. See, that future is coming. But I also look at Maxim's name as I'm Max, and I also associate him with like Tupac energy. Like I'm mad or I'm Max. Like I could take it up there. I'm willing to go there. Okay, because that's what be wrong with people. When they start mess with us, and then we ultimately get into it with them in whatever capacity, whether it's physical, verbally, or whatever. It's just that some of us are just willing to play. Like we walk around with the persona like, yeah, I got time today. Or I got time. If you presented it here or you brought it here, you made it appear here through magic or whatever. I got time today. Okay. This must be my challenge I'm given today by God. So we end up looking like a person who always wants to argue, always want to fight, and we don't. And when in reality, if they really broke down those instances where they developed the conclusion that we wanted to argue or fight, they started something first. And most of the time, they started something first by putting themselves in it, when they should have left it to a grown man or a grown woman, adult, to sort out their shit, or a child to even learn their lesson. Stayed out of it. Oh, you want to get in it too? Then I'm on your head too. I'm on your head too. But then we'll walk away and be the one that's like, oh yeah, she like to fight. She like to do this. She like to do that. He like to do this. And he's a crash out king or all this type of shit. Or queen. But they started. They hit you first. And they were surprised you swung back. But you wouldn't have hit me. I wouldn't have even had to show you I could swing. But we be willing to swing. We ain't gonna just let nobody fucking hit on us. Talk to us any type of fucking way. Or we gonna talk back. But y'all can't handle it. That's why you can't stand up. Sit the fuck down there. Get comfortable. Sit the fuck down. I ain't gonna tell you again. I'm not. Sit the fuck down. But a kid could be mad because I look at his name as like, I'm mad. I'm mad to the max. I'm pissed off to the max. Or somebody could be like a kid, or somebody has attitude problems because they could get mad. And they get mad. They justified in their reason from fucking being mad. They know what you're doing. You can ask nice to them in their face or whatever, but they know what you're doing behind the scenes. Somebody knows. Okay? So stop. Sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. It could be a Libra, Capricorn. Sit your ass down. Now. Down. Especially these bitches. I don't give a fuck how old they are. They all bitches. They act like bitches. They bitches. Fucking bitches. But bitches get the dog shit literally whooped out of their ass. You heard that phrase before, huh? And we ain't gonna probably even have to touch your ass. You're gonna shit on yourself. You're gonna shit on yourself. I decree and declare that. It ain't gonna even be that bubblegum shit. It's gonna be that hard, solid shit. Keep fucking with us. Keep fucking with us. We're not gonna tell you again. We're not. It's gonna be harder for us to even tell you again. Because we're gonna be so busy beating your ass. We ain't thinking about that no more. God loves me, okay? After all that. God loves me, though. I could be mad and all this type of stuff. I could be mad at God, okay? Sometimes. You know? I rarely get mad at God. But I've gotten mad at God and I be ashamed of it. But I be having to just remind God, like, I still love you. Doesn't mean just because I'm mad at you doesn't mean I, don't love you or I want to hurt you or, leave you or forsake you. I love you, God, but, they don't treat us like that, though. They get mad at us, hold on to these grudges that we both agreed to put down on the ground. And they stupid ass went back and picked it up. They like, yeah, leave things in the past. But when it comes to your past, they like, oh, yeah, you this, though. You this, though. Then who the fuck are you? Who the fuck were you? Because we were this probably because of your motherfucking ass. You probably didn't make me do shit. You just gave me the opportunity, frankly, fortunately, to come at you with the same shit you bring into us. So still, it all comes down to you. It all gonna come down to you. You will always be the blame. No matter if somebody admits it to you or not. No matter how many man battles you win. Battles with man. You win according to man. Of win and lose. I don't give a fuck. When you come against God's ones, okay? On God's team. When you touch over here. When you make a spark over here. You're going to get sparks back. You're not going to even be able to run after that. You had a chance to run. But you didn't. The God loves me. This is John energy. I was speaking about how much John is loved by Jesus. They're cousins, and and even how much Jesus loved. How much John was loved by Jesus, and John loves Jesus, and respects Jesus most importantly, and and that type of thing can make your love be unconditional. When you respect someone, it's starting with respect. I did a reading like a few months ago that said they're gonna learn how important respect is, or respect. This is how important respect is, because they're gonna be experiencing deaths from left to right, whether it's their own or someone's around them. Someone's name is Brenda, or Renda, or Renda. Dorinda? Is that Dorinda? Yeah, those names, initials could be significant. Yolanda. NDA. Wanda. Bread. Something about bread as well. Break bread. God loves me, okay? The most beloved is John, okay? So his name could be John. John, have John in it, okay? John Hopkins could be significant. That, and in a hospital, or is it a school? There's a school it's a hospital as a school. At a school. But yeah, Johns Hopkins as well. Those names and initials could be significant. But yeah, God loves you, okay? And God is gonna make sure your light shine, because it affects all of the world when you shine your light. It's the greater good. The people that God care about. Someone could have a dog on the other side as well. I really miss my homies. How you had to go away. I'm looking for a better day. So they homie. This for my homies. This for my homies. See you when I get there. Gangsta lean, that gangsta lean. This is for my homies. I miss you, you know I miss you, my homie. I get there in that gangsta lean, that gangsta lean. My God, my God. Can you pass down this message for me? Tell him put that dice down for a second, love. Listen to his homies, and you tell him I'll never let go of his memory, so his son will know he ain't gotta cry no more, 'cause God got his back. I said God's got his back. A lifetime of memories going down the drain, going down the drain. I like to keep stepping, I would. Oh, I took my 40 to your memory. Take a sip and I start to thinking that one day soon we'll be hanging out. GRS, or is it DRS? Those names and initials could be significant in someone's name, especially the order of those, okay? First, middle, last name, a nickname, okay? Or even how your first name through your last name is spelled out, your full name. I heard a threat, okay? Or even your homie is trying to reach out in heaven, like, please sit down, okay? Please sit down. Please sit down. Stop doing what you're doing, okay? You don't want to be like us. Because some of them didn't get taken because of anything of their own fault. They got taken because of their protection from God. Or God believed they didn't, the world didn't deserve them. Or at least in that vessel. If you believe in reincarnation, I do, but you don't have to. Speaking of this, we got Remember the Time by Michael Jackson. Like a past life energy. Well, look at that. Remember the time. Okay, Michael Jackson. We knew you was here. Not alone. Not alone. And before that, I was singing Masterpiece song. My Homies, I think it's called. And then also Trick Daddy. I was getting Trick Daddy song with, you know, whoever's in there. I can't remember everybody's who's in there. But Trick Daddy has a song called Thug Holiday. Just like a thug holiday. Just like thug holiday. What about the children who run and play and they won't see the today? I forget. I got lost. Okay, but yeah. So, yeah, thugs are coming down. Like it's like normally they make them songs to sing to the thugs, but I feel like the thugs are using that as a two-way street. Okay. Like, actually, you can use this song, or they can use this song too. All right, from us. Okay, signed us. All right, we made that song too. All right, or we remixed it to fit them. As well. But yeah, we gotta remember the time. Michael Jackson. Remember when we fell in love, we were young and innocent then. Do you remember how it all began? It just seems like heaven, so I digged in it. Do you remember all about the song? In a day and all night long. Do you remember those special times? We go on and on in the back of my mind. Do you remember the time we fell in love? Do you remember the time when we first met, girl? Oh, I fell in love. Do you remember? Remember, remember, I was on the phone. We stayed on the phone from night till dawn. Do you remember all the things we said? Seems I love you, so I never let you go. Do you remember all on the spring? In the morning, birds will sing. Do you remember? Oh, do you remember the time we fell in love? Do you remember the time when we first met, girl? Time, oh, I fell in love. Do you remember the time? Remember my baby, remember the time. Oh, I remember. Remember the time of mine, girl. Remember the time. Oh, I fell in love. Do you remember the time? Remember love and the sweet memories will always be to me. And girl, no matter what was said, I would never forget what we did, my baby. Do you remember on the phone, you and me, till dawn, till 3? What about us, girls? So somebody trying to come through. Like, remember that? Remember that? We used to fall asleep on the phone and shit like that. Okay, we don't you remember? Okay, and sometimes I think of that song saying, like reminding you of this time. Like, especially if you have to be somewhere, or reminding you of how long something took as well, like remember the time, or just bringing it back up. Remember the time they kicked your ass. Okay, he been trying to get me to remix this one and I've been scared. Like I just, I get intimidated by you all, like you're so awesome. All right. And I don't believe I'm as good as you, or I could be good as you, or even better. So I never think I could be better, like that's never really in my mind. But I don't even believe I'd be up there to be like considered good as you. Yeah, so I'll be hesitant when I even when I remix Rick James song and Tina Marie. Like I think of them the same way. It just came to me though so easily, and then it made sense why it came to me so easily, because Rick James wish he would have wrote that song, or he would have thought of something along those lines instead, for certain people maybe, I don't know, but somebody could be feeling like the original version of his song, Fire and Desire. Wow. You're looking pretty good these days. Okay. Oh, me? I'm just doing the same old thing I've been doing. I got a new girl now, it's much different than when I was with you. But I do think back to when we met, the way I used to be and the cold way I used to act. But more than that, I think about how you changed me with your love and sensitivity. How I used to be so cold. I used to just love them and leave them. That's what I used to do. I can see. I was sung my regular part. Never just see. But that's like one of the big ones. Etta James even as well. You know, like even when I changed her, she felt the same way. Like, I don't feel that way no more. I ain't seen that song. I ain't never seen that song. They lying. So his name could be Kiara as well. Okay, Kiara, Kiana, something like that. Keanu. Vishnu was out here, so NU at the end. Woo! Reese's, okay. Reese's could be significant. Someone likes Reese's. But yeah, the candy bar. You know you want it, okay. You know you want that snack. You know you want that midnight snack, okay? On that midnight train to Georgia. You traveling, okay? I'm about to be done, all right? So I hope this message blessed y'all. Y'all enjoyed it. No, they was trying to bring me back to another deck. No, just one. I mean, just what I've done already, okay? If y'all new here, I do try to get on here every day, at least in the morning. And this is my morning read. This was my breakfast read, okay? I got on here early enough. And I need to go, okay? And I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I don't know if I'm going to come back later. I probably will, though. But, you know, I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have you. The shots keep coming out randomly, okay? Randomly, okay? Trying to remix. So you trying to get me to remix one of your songs? You like, I don't feel that way no more. I don't feel that way, okay? Little bitch, okay? Well, you made the song, shit. I'm just saying, you know. See, I do it right the first time, so I ain't got to regret, okay? We living with no regrets. We shake the shackles off our feet so we can dance. We just want to praise him. We about to do it right the first time. We about to accept once it's given and don't hope for another chance to be given, all right? We're going to accept this shit like it's our last, okay? That song by Big Sean and Chris Brown. I'm going to get this drink up like it's my life. Something like that. Last. Blaming on the car. Something like that. Alcohol. To get involved. I hope you've been praying. Bang, bang. I'm riding for my niggas, and that's for life. I'm high class, surrounded by these low lives. I've been going hard the whole night, and I'm going back to my old life. I promise. A fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Don't like, okay? That was Big Sean's part, okay? See, I knew more of that, okay? I don't like that, okay? We don't like that shit. We're not gonna do that shit, okay? A snitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A sneak disser, that's that shit I don't like. I don't like. I don't like. A fuck, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Fake Gucci, that's that shit I don't like. I don't like. I don't like it. Don't put it in my face. Don't put it in my face. Somebody feeding the kids something they don't like. Don't put it in their face. We don't need to force nothing. We ain't gotta say too much. We ain't forcing nothing. We making it easier, okay? We gonna be coasting, okay? Let them down easy. Isley Brothers keep coming out. This whole brotherhood, okay? All these men probably attacking a woman. Got a woman tied up somewhere. We know. We know what it's been. We know what it is, all right? We know what it is, T.I. I will surrender and trust. But we gonna do that. We gonna do that, and it don't require your permission. See the difference between you and me? It's rogue, bitch. Okay, you claim I'm the lonely one. But you the rogue bitch. Nobody's thinking this shit but you. Nobody's trying to give these punk ass orders but you. Whoever you are, you know who you are. But I got a team that fight first and ask questions later, literally, figuratively, and all that type of shit. And I ain't got to order them to do nothing. And most of what I would order them to do, they're in agreement. They don't question it. So they independently follow me. All right. I like that, because I don't really like to be somebody declared as, to be followed or, looked up to, it's just this, I'm giving you information, and I'm possibly being the leader in this situation, but like, I don't take that. I don't even take it too hard. Like, I take it to heart as a natural person, a natural born leader or savior. But, I don't even take it to heart, like that I would be declared the leader. Like, it just probably, I want to be a leader out of necessity now, like I want to have a certain role or thing or position or stuff in life because it's now needed. All right. Because they got me fucked up. All the way fucked up. Both of my songs came out back to back. Okay. So somebody's shit about to be played on the radio. Oh, I was getting your energy earlier, Celine. Okay. I forgot to say it. Someone's name is Princess or something like that. But baby girl or, like something like that where everybody calls you that, and, it probably started from a parent, but everybody calls you that. Like on that movie This Christmas, Chris Brown played in it as a little boy. I mean, as the youngest boy in the family, in the whole family, I believe, right? Oh no, it was kids, but like in that main family, he was the youngest brother, basically, and they called him Baby. But his name was something. I don't even remember what his name was, but they called him Baby so much that you call me little mama, I call you baby. I'ma tell you this once, you're the endless. Okay. And I think he has Chris Brown has a version of Your Love. That's Your Love with Nicki Minaj. But I think they got a version, right? Together. But yeah. A collaboration could be significant for somebody. I did a reading not too long ago that said it's always a man and a woman working together, no matter the relationship, okay, whether it's for good or bad. So something like that is very significant. The piece of the puzzle has been delivered, okay? Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours, okay? So y'all not gonna be fucking with us, because y'all got me all the way fucked up, all right? At this point, y'all got me all the way fucked up, like beyond fucked up. Fucked up is like, it don't even exist no more where I am, all right? With fucked up, all right? Fucked up is just, yeah, you just, you're not even considered, but I'm in that realm, so you do have me fucked up, all right? I'm not putting it on me, though, because I ain't fucked up, all right? So you do got me all the way fucked up. All the way fucked up, all the way fucked up, oh, all the way fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. Hi, I'm Quill, and you got me all the way fucked up. Bitch, you got me fucked up. Who the fuck you talking to? Oh, bitch, you choked up. You lucky I don't want to fight you. I'ma let God get you. I ain't breaking no nails, boo. Ever heard of Jesus? Yeah, that's a cool dude. He ain't always like that. Yeah, you better back, or get smacked, or slapped, or slammed. Down flat, or all the way fucked up. Sometimes I feel the same. Yeah, you know my name. Don't get boxed up and end up looking like a frame. All over some punk ass fame. Yeah, never be the same. Yeah, Jesus don't play about me. You know he told me he'll never leave. So believe it or not. You don't wanna get shot. Because when you fuck with me and get a little shady, you might as well have fuck with a baby. All the way fucked up. All the way fucked up. Ooh, all the way fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. Don't let it be my baby or even My old lady, Jesus is that dude. He a really active fool. And I ain't gonna tell you again, back, before you hear clack, clack. They ain't teach you about space. You must really want that case. You may catch one and beat it. You may get one and bet it. But either way it go, you ain't gonna live to tell it. Something's really wrong with you and you really just don't get it. I could play a game or two, but when it's a bore, I quit it. Go ahead, just forget it. Like I said before, I give it a God and I meant it. All the way fucked up, all the way, all the way, all the way fucked up. You fucked up, you fucked up. You got me all the way, all the way, all the way fucked up. You fucked up, you fucked up. Again, that's my song, All the Way Fucked Up, okay? By me, Empress Quill, okay? Empress is already on her throne, okay? So you're trying to snatch me out, okay? I'm with the shits. I'm with the shits. You better watch my hand, okay? You better watch my feet, okay? Because you gonna end up at my feet. His eye is on that sparrow, and I told you that was me. All right. That is another song of mine. 3 times, okay? Look at that, okay? My rendition of His Eyes on a Sparrow. That was only a bit, okay? But it starts off, that part starts off saying, I don't care what they say about me. Because I know they will end up at my feet. It's inevitable. You're about to be at my feet. Get up. Like Sierra say, get up. But you can't, because you can't stand me. You can't look at me. Some of you motherfuckers got demons in me that already telling y'all in your ear, like, don't fuck with that one. Don't fuck with that one. What the fuck are you doing, okay? I got to find me another vessel. I got to find me another place, okay? I got to find me another place to stay, okay? Somebody feeling like that right now. That came out too easy. Like, bitch, okay? I don't think I could be killed, but damn, you gonna get us killed, okay? The demon ain't even comfortable no more. The demon like, she is going the wrong path. I know, I don't know too much of the right way, but I know this ain't the right way, okay? I know it, okay? And I'm normally down with not going the right way, but I know this ain't the wrong way to do the right way, okay? This ain't, y'all demons feast off at y'all. And y'all get mad at us when we say y'all demonic or y'all got demons in y'all. It's true. It's so true. Something's really wrong with you and you really just don't get it. And I didn't remember, I didn't think about my song when I was talking about the game. Or did I? I think I referenced it, just a slight bit, but I didn't get to say that was a part of my song. But again, I referenced it and I said, yeah, I ain't gonna play that game or something. I ain't gonna keep playing the game, or I'm done playing that game or something like that. But I was referencing, I was envisioning the lyrics of my song in my head when I said that, made that reference. But yeah, we're gonna give reverence, okay, to those who need it, okay, who should have it, who require it, who command it, demand it, however you want to look at it. We gotta speak highly of ourselves. We gotta speak like we on a fucking pedestal. Okay? Dressed to the fucking nines, okay? 1, never let a nigga fuck you over more than once. 2, anybody owe you bread, do not accept the crumbs. 3, you could never tell these bitches everything. Today she call you sister, tomorrow she an enemy. Money to the side, don't let no nigga leave you dry. Stand on business, if they say it's up, you better ride. Keep the family first, put that in front of everything. Bet on yourself if you gonna roll the dice on anything. Any points to be made, don't be scared to prove them. That's the part I was trying to get to. And you better look fucking good when you do it. You better look good when you're doing it, bitch. Okay? You better look good when you're doing it, bitch. Okay? Marilyn Monroe could be one of your angels. Again. I feel like I was thinking about a Whitney Houston song, and then I was thinking about my song Surrender and Trust at the same time. So I'm gonna stop there. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Hopefully, and that was Cash Doll Commandments. And sometimes when I hear her name, be like, somebody could be asking you need Cash Doll, you know, like, or they're reminding you of it requires Cash Doll. Okay, or they're saying like doll, like they're saying it, you know, in a respectful way. Whatever it is, honestly, if they're offering it to you or, you know, like reminding you, they're trying to remain in respect, okay? And that is Cash Commandment. See, I'm commanding my respect. And I was only just trying to say it for the part I messed up on. Any points to be made, don't be scared to prove them. And you better look fucking good with it when you do it, see? Sit on your platform. That pedestal that they think you own anyway, you might as well be. It's dressed to the nines, okay? Dressed to the motherfucking nines, okay? You can be seeing 16, 16, okay? 16, 16, 17, 17. Consecutive numbers, alignment as well. But yeah, so I'm going to leave it there. Hope this message blessed you and you enjoyed it. Anything you want in this reading to come true, I hope it comes true for you and for you soon. If you're new here, again, welcome. I hope that you consider and decide to subscribe. Join this tribe, this kingdom of God. We're building here through tarot. Yes, through tarot. And if you're OG here, thank you so much for tuning back in and trusting me again to be your reader too. I hope that my messages were helpful and they continue to be helpful for you and we continue to connect. But thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. And thank you if you're new here, again, welcome, and thank you for trusting me to be your reader. I hope you like what you see and you want more of me. If not, it's okay. I hope that we run across the paths if necessary. Run across each other's paths is necessary. Okay, it's all right. It's all right. Okay, it ain't that big of a deal for me. All right. People will try to fucking start attacking things that they think you like on purpose. And you still ain't done nothing to them. They just creating shit that they've done to you. Y'all don't stop. Y'all really don't stop. Y'all can't stop. See? They can't stop. They have no capability of stopping. They believe they're just supposed to be this way. Well, you sit your ass in the sewer ass water then. All right? Sit your ass down in the sewage. All right? You ain't even good enough for the fucking concrete. Go sit in the fucking sewer somewhere. Be alone. But thank you, God and God's team, for your messages today. I hope I did y'all justice. Okay. Kiss your kids for me. Have a great day or night whenever you're watching this. I love you all. You know who I love. Okay. Bye.